really?
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my waking nightmare. We have been absent for so goddamn long, but we are finally back. Welcome to D&D Sundays. My name is Luke. We have a full complement with us today, which is so nice to see. They're trying to troll me, but I'm not going to fall for it.
Holly's trying to troll me.
Apologies for being absent the last 2 weeks. Things happened, life happened, and now we are back and badder than ever. And I would be a broken human wasteland today if I hadn't been able to get over the sickness and have these lovely folk come and share my first good day back at D&D.
Dur. Dragons. One more time.
Dragons and dungeons.
Dragons and ghouls. So, before we get into our backstory recap, which we're really going to need, can we just have a quick chat about these campaign coins, which we are looking for one more subscriber for? Jay Dizzle Pizzle.
Look at these beautiful little tokens of
Joy.
They are
and
joy.
sexiness.
Joy and sexiness.
This is from Campaign Coins, who make all different kinds. Campaign Coins, who make all kinds of different beautiful gameplay tokens made of metal. They feel really nice. They're really awesome to play with. We use these particular coins for our inspiration tokens. These are the D20 crits or fails tokens. On one side, you got a beautiful D20 side, and on the other, I'll use this as an example because all these are facing the D20 side. You've got natural 1 and natural 20. We've got a set of 5 of them giving away to our first 10 subscribers. Treasure worthy of your greatest adventures. Campaign coins, we only need one more, so whoever subscribes today will go into the draw, and everyone else misses out.
Bang, pow.
Back over to you.
Thanks, John.
And I disappear under the table.
You can't do that. You're point man on this expedition. Oh no, you are. That's right.
No. I'm about to bail and leave everyone behind.
Fly out, squawk out of there.
I'm dead.
No, we're fine.
Do you have like a or a squawk?
Well, now's the moment.
So,
Anyways.
Moving on.
back to the prime material plane in which we all currently inhabit, Novem. The party, upon breaking free of the barricade at South Sage, has gained a few insights into the world, made a few enemies and made a few friends, but chiefly been tipped off about a character down south that might have a bit of information as to the natural disasters and how it may be affecting the world, be it for good or for bad, and made their way to South Peak, a sleepy little town, low walls, friendly houses, quite nice looking lawns, manicured, well kept, seemingly untouched by the Kenku invasion, which by all reckoning has been attributed to the arrival of a interesting character in the name of Pepper.
Yes.
Holding a big gun and a big broomstick.
I forgot she had a gun.
Yeah.
And a
She
broomstick.
had a big gun. She had a big gun. And initial reactions to her are a bit strange, and upon trying to leave South Peak, Jordan, Hayton's glow upon committing apparently
have that, don't I?
an act of jumping over a wall for whatever reason. You're still not sure why you have the glow, given to you by a tower in the middle of the town, by a character you think you may have found tied up underneath his tower in a makeshift dungeon that seems to have broken into his boudoir, his downstairs study, his area where he keeps his barrels with pretty much nothing interesting in them, no matter how hard you try and break into the barrels. It's water, guys. It's water.
Yeah, but we're right.
And water barrels.
It's not water anymore. It's empty.
We made sure of that.
into air.
You were presented with a sprawling tunnel in which you cautiously made your way through, very aided by Optic, the Eye Tyrant familiar, and found your way more or less unharmed to what could have been Bartholomew, tied and unconscious, with a big metal chain up around, a big collar up around his neck, prone on the ground in a cell. And beyond that, upon following a black dragonborn, upon the guise of one of Virabeth's, was it knights or protectors? Yep. You found your way on your own, being closely followed by Nyx, flitting up into the rafters.
Real stealthy-like.
Real stealth-like. Which left the party slightly separated when the seemingly more or less adolescent black dragon burst forth from the water and spewed forth some toxic substance, taking the life from Anwei instantly, and a quick, deft arrow from Hayden bringing her back, stabilizing her.
Sick one.
The silence dropping, and the silence spell that had been cast on the cavern. And we re-enter now in combat. However, I'd like to go around starting with Hayden as to a brief flash of everything that's just happened, and what the hell is Hayden thinking right now?
She's shook,
Yeah.
for sure. There's a lot going on. A lot for her little 18-year-old mind to process. She's still, what? How long have we been out together on this party for now?
Like a month?
Yeah, like
a
it's
month.
still only 4 weeks really since she's left the woods, and a lot's happened in that time, so she's very overwhelmed. She's feeling a bit badass though at the moment. She's feeling like a bit of a hero for discovering what her arrow's doing for reviving Anwei. Although another one though now won't come back for, 24 hours, so that's like a scary thought. Especially if we have Anwei with not many health points. But now she's 50% eager to get the fuck out of there, but she's also had a calling at the very start of the tunnel, so she also wants to follow her gut and see what the hell is happening.
Right on. So she's a committed, scared 18-year-old, but mate, pushing through.
Yeah.
Nyx is pushed up against a pole right now, stealthed, and currently got Damara's back. How's Nyx feeling right now?
Well, Nyx has just sort of come in the last couple of days, really. It's been a week or so, because we had that little bit of downtime. And when he started coming along for the journey, he was very much in a massive turning point in his life. A lot of things had just happened, and he'd come from a very different sort of place. And now he's just been thrust into this journey with people who he doesn't know if he can trust, in a place that's unfamiliar. And so he's just trying to figure out if the party is trustworthy. And then also he's only just seen this dragon come through the tunnel now. So he wasn't there for when the dragon came up out of the water. But he's actually got a little burst of confidence in being able to make the stealthy transition up along the roof through the poles. It's been the first time since he's really tested his skills since what happened before he joined the party and since joining the party. So I think it's nice to know that he's still got some of his skills floating around.
Alright, little glimmer in Nyx's eye and a slight smile to
A
himself.
little burst of confidence.
He's
at the
still got
moment.
it.
Yeah.
He's still got it.
Regaining it.
Abby, could I get you to shift slightly to your right, please? Huddle up next to Jordan. And
Can do.
How is Harkow feeling?
She's scared shitless. I think she's struggling with her fear right now, deciding whether she should abide by her pack instincts or just run. But she's trucking along, half health, just got acid sprayed on her, having a good old time. Yeah.
Bathing in the fire she was born in.
Yeah.
Love it.
Rock on.
Emily, Anwei has just had her breath given back to her.
Yeah.
What the hell flashes through her mind?
I never should have left home. I messed up. Yeah, that's a song on loop in Anwei's head. I made mistakes. I was trying to be stealthy. I was not stealthy. We were not stealthy. There's a dragon. She's never seen a dragon. I think she's just like... I don't think there's actually a thought. I think it's just the deer in the headlights moment of... That's where she is at.
Alright. And Tamara, you've finally come back from waiting for 3 weeks at that door.
Yes.
You've got a black dragon born by your side. You hear
Yeah.
a commotion behind you. You're suddenly worried about your companions
And so I did hear it right at the end.
right at the
as
end,
the
silence drops and you suddenly hear everything and what flashes through Damara's mind.
Well, Damara's definitely feeling torn between two places at the moment. He was very focused on getting through that door to Virabeth. And now hearing that, he's definitely feeling a bit torn, wanting to know what's happening around the corner that would make such a noise.
Alright. Well, everyone feels like they're at least as ready as they can be to drop back in. It was Nyx's hide movement previously. So next up on the initiative order would be Anwei.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at level 3. Do you have another D8?
That's a big girl spell.
That's a big girl spell. She a woman.
That one?
No, I like the green one.
Okay.
She's not a snack. She's the whole meal. I'm gonna heal myself for
Not to the dragon.
16.
16
Yeah, 8 plus
real
6
heals.
plus 3. No, more than that. 8 plus 6, 14, 17.
Bards, man.
20.
Bards,
I'm gonna
man.
heal myself for 20.
Alright, nice.
I overhealed.
Bless you. bless you. Alright. You are prone. You have a lot of your energy back now. You have basically reached deep into the magic that you had stored for the day and given yourself a fucking jump start.
Yeah.
Yeah. It will take half your movement to get up, and you can take half your movement after that if you'd like to.
Where am I?
So
Where's
you
the
are
right?
currently.
Yeah.
You're currently down here.
He's hating.
with
Oh, I'm gonna
Arkel.
move. I'm gonna.
And the
I'm
dragon.
gonna tail it. I'm gonna run up.
The dragon, which I need to grab the center of to move.
I'm gonna,
Still
I'm gonna
right
run
here.
from the dragon.
You're gonna run from the dragon.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Ha, ha,
5, 10,
ha, ha,
15,
ha, ha.
yeah, 5, 10, 15. That's half your movement. So you took half your movement to get up. Yep.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna Bardic Inspire Harkel as my bonus action.
Hell
So
yeah.
you turn around and yell.
And I'm gonna like, run lizard, run! Run far away! That's what I'm gonna do.
Excellent. I just need to roll something here.
Amazing, thank you.
12. Oh. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I had it before.
Okay. And do you have any use actions, or are you done? That's it.
Do I have any?
Do you have any bonus actions you'd like to perform?
Yeah, that was it.
Oh yeah, yeah, Bardic Inspire. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't have any others.
My
I
head
know
is
of.
totally fine. So
Come on.
I can do it.
I have rolled initiative for another character who rolled a 12, which puts them directly after Unway. Tamara, as you hear the craziness erupting behind you, you hear a muffled cry from behind the door in front of you, and like a throat that has gone, like an instant death.
Stop.
A few seconds of silence, and then a slam against the door that seems to push the hinges off the rock that it has been placed into. And then another slam, and the wood starts to splinter out. The door is almost broken, and that is the turn that this character has.
Okay.
It's gonna be a yikes from me. Though.
Yeah.
Does that mean that that the
No, thanks.
door is broken? That
The door is looking ready to fall, but it
Okay.
has been significantly structurally.
so it can be seen into?
You would need to roll very, very high. There would be little slits of which I could give you on your turn to have a look through, that you might be able to see through. Yeah, for sure.
So her throat was cut behind that door.
That's what Damara seems to have heard. Yeah.
Damn. Damara's missing from the initiative order.
Yeah.
Damara is missing from the initiative order.
Oh no.
That's fine. I have a photo of where he was.
Initiative.
Can you remember?
Damara
what
was
the name
missing from the
that was
initiative order
suggested?
last time.
Of the old one?
Yakabon.
I don't think I
Yakabon.
was
Yakabon.
in initiative.
You're not
order.
on it.
Yeah.
He was Yakabon.
Oh, because you're not in
Yeah.
combat yet.
Yeah,
That's
just
right.
You weren't in
Classic
combat, so now you
dragon
roll
roll.
initiative.
You better
Yeah.
roll.
And I
You
will
better
give
roll,
you.
Yakapon.
I will give you that
Yakabon.
that perception check for free before your turn. So you can take out of combat before you have entered combat. You will be able to look through the door before you start your turn.
Yes, dear.
Nat 20.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Do you have any dex modifiers?
Plus
I'm
1.
trying to hide.
Plus 1, 21. Boy.
Good job.
Big plays.
Blaze big more. Yakabon.
Like
That's
a
the power of
shotgun, bang,
Yakabon.
what up with that thing? Alright, let's go.
To the window.
Next up, Harkel. You have just been inspired. Anwei has just juiced herself
Yeah.
and sprinted off as fast as she can
She's
away
on
from the
roids.
dragon.
When this is right.
You are, you know that you are still within melee reach of the dragon.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take advantage of that.
Okay.
I'm going to go by what was suggested to me and run, lizard, run away.
You
I'm 40 feet.
you will incur attack of opportunity.
Oh,
You
can I disengage?
You may incur attack of opportunity.
Oh, I would
May.
like to disengage.
But yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Back out of there.
And full movement down the corridor.
hell yeah.
2, 3, 4,
Back,
5,
back it up.
6.
Oh, well,
Brilliant.
please hurry.
Brilliant.
When did you start juicing, Anwei?
I mean, it's really, it's not a choice, it's a lifestyle.
Is that the end of your turn? So that's.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have any
When
bonus?
didn't I start?
She's shooting
juicing?
up in the
You've,
corner.
you've action disengaged. Do you
I'm
have
on
any
a
bonus
cleanse.
actions? You still have your rage up, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I'm
and you're
still in
still,
combat.
still raging.
Raging and disengaging.
Yeah, no, I don't really have anything else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Milo is with you.
Mm-hmm.
What's Milo doing?
I think she's just by my side.
Yeah? Do you
Yeah,
want
she's
to
not
hold
s-
her action for
She's not
anything?
sitting or anything.
Because you're still hidden from the Black Dragon.
Yeah, I think I've got her by like her skin. Like I'm holding onto her, like
Okay.
keeping her,
Okay,
trying to keep her as calm as I can beside me.
okay.
But I think she's quite shook too. It's a bit claustrophobic in here.
Excellent. Okay. Well, then we'll go ahead and return to the top of the round, which is your round. Your turn.
Okay then. So where's the dragon at the moment?
The
end of the
dragon
corridor.
is down the corridor at the end. It's just had a swipe at Anwei and Harkel, who have jumped up and managed to get out of its reach without further injury.
Do I want to move? If I
The ominous triple question mark.
One too many? Not enough?
No, perfect. Just perfect.
I think I want to ready my. Actually, I think I want to ready my. I want to be holding on to my daggers, like clutching one, holding Milo with the other. But I think I'm going to hold because I don't really know what I can do from here. I don't
Question:
wanna- yeah.
Would we have, because we're at the end of this corridor, would we have heard that bang?
Yes,
On the door?
absolutely.
Yeah.
It would have thundered.
Yes, I want to stay hidden for sure. I don't want to go down there. I don't want to make myself seen.
Yep.
But I want to wait for the girls to catch up to me.
Okay, absolutely.
Could I? How injured is Anwei? Is she like?
Well, I'm now at 27 out of 28. I juiced.
From
What
from what you saw, all you saw though was the dragon erupt and them run, because your focus has been on stealthing and making sure you
Could
don't
I-
look down the corridor.
Could I go and pick up Harkow and Anwei and bring them to where I am?
Your
Could Milo?
movement could get you there.
not back.
The movement would then be, it would not get you back until your next turn, which by then they would have already had their movement action.
Oh, okay.
Milo could get to both of you, but with half movement carrying someone else, or except for a Harkale, half movement would be with Anwei, wouldn't get very far back. You'd maybe be able to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, bonus action dash. You'd be able to get back to this boulder here in the middle. So you'd be able to pick
With
up
Milo?
Harkale and bring, with Milo going and getting them. Or going and getting Harkale. With Anwei, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. You'd be able to get Anwei to where Harkale is.
And if I cast Hunter's Mask on whoever just came out of that
Mark.
door. Mark. Why do I always call it Mask?
It's
I'm like
just stuck
obsessed
in
with
your
that.
head,
Yeah.
yeah.
Would they know
On who?
on down the corridor?
The Black Dragonborn.
Yeah.
Uh,
Would he be aware of
that's a
that?
flavor thing. I'm going to say no. It's something that is, you are in tune with that creature. That creature does not feel the effects of
Okay,
Hunter's
great.
Mark.
Okay. Can I send Milo to do that and then can I cast Hunter's Mark?
Absolutely. So Milo's turn first.
Yeah, Milo's gonna go get Harkal and bring her to the boulder.
Make sure you do this on Milo's turn because it was technically your turn now.
Oh,
So
sorry.
that's fine. We can do this.
Or can I
bloody
could I
rough, so it's
instead
fine.
get Anwei with Milo and just bring her up to Harkal? And then would Milo, Anwei, and Harkal
Yep.
all be together at least in a group?
Okay,
Aw.
I'm going to
Okay.
say that Milo tries to help Anwei keep pace with Harkale.
Yeah.
That she's
Just catches her up a
gotten
bit.
to her feet.
And then Milo's gonna stand in front of them as well.
in
like
front, like,
closer to the dragon. Like
Closer
just
to the dragon,
yeah.
nudging them forward with a little
Yeah.
boop snoot.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh my gosh.
So
Cute.
cute.
Okay, excellent.
And then I'm gonna cast
And then you're going to
Hunter's
cast Hunter's
Mark.
Mark.
The goodest,
So
bestest
you're going to
skill.
peek out around to cast Hunter's Mark.
The goodest, bestest.
What's the
lightest.
cast time on Hunter's Mark? Is it instant?
It's only
Let's speak with animals.
Devil be snow.
Stop it. Oh my god, stop it. How long does it last?
One bonus action up to an hour concentration.
Oh, cool.
Concentration.
90
One
feet and
bonus
concentration.
action.
One bonus
So
action
3
costs.
seconds, 2 seconds, something like that. Yeah. So you look out from around the corner. The reason I'm asking this is you got to look out from around the corner for a certain period of time, and the Black
Cast
Dragonborn
it.
is looking down that corridor. So he will see
I
you if you do that.
I don't want him to see me.
Then it's
Okay.
probably not worth it to cast.
Okay, Milo's gone. I'm just gonna hold 2 daggers. I'm ready.
You're ready,
to
backed up
fuck
against
shit
the
up.
wall.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Captain
You're allowed, you
Voidbeard.
can look through the door if you like with a perception check.
Alright, and
That won't take any of your
That
actions or
won't take
bonus
my
actions.
actions.
No.
Then I'll
This is a reaction to the door.
Yep.
Cool.
Also it takes my reaction.
No. It's a reaction to the door being slammed, not your turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
This
Well,
is before
then,
your turn.
Then yes, I'd like to
Yep. So roll a
Um,
perception check for me.
that was 13.
13. It's a bit muddy. You don't really see too much in there. There's a lot of dust that's flown up. There's it seems to be quite dark in the room.
Okay.
That's about all you can tell.
Yep.
But you now have your turn.
Okay, and I'm going to, from the noise, I'm going to turn to the Black Dragonborn and say, "What was that? What have you done?"
He's not really reacting to that. He's reacting to you now, looking at you, looking back down the corridor again, and drawing his weapon.
Okay.
He's not talking.
Yep, and I'm going to cast Suggestion on him
Yep.
and say, which is, and say, which,
Sorry, take your time.
I'm gonna say, release the Blue Dragonborn.
Wisdom saving throw 15.
That's probably fine. I think that probably saves.
No. I'm
Wisdom
asking, is it?
15.
Yep.
Yeah.
The blue dragonborn was the one we found tied
No
up.
way. That goes directly into his ear, and he straightens up, nods at you, and starts walking down the corridor in a very controlled manner.
Yep.
You can see he's still affected by what's happening, but your magic has taken over his actions, and
Yep.
he is trying to fulfill that task to the best of his abilities.
Good.
Brilliant.
And I'm going to stay at the door.
Stay at the door.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 second, please.
I got the door tour. Sorry. Bring it on. Click, 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 click.
It was like,
I got the door tour. Oh, that guy's a wanker.
I need to rewatch Bring It On.
Yeah, you do.
Alright. Black Dragonborn is now going to, through combat, knowing that he's ruffled, he's going to take his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and he gets to the edge of the corridor and has to take the bonus action to continue moving. So he's going to release this Dragonborn, which means once he's turned the corner and sees Hadron right there, the suggestion didn't involve anything about any other attackers. He assumes that Hadron is someone who's not supposed to be there, but he has used his action to continue moving, so he cannot attack. Instead, he turns the corner. He's in too much of a rush.
Yeah.
So before Hayton gets her turn, he does not get a chance to attack Hayton, but stumbles backwards slightly and is now standing in the center of the corridor, weapon drawn, a little bit ruffled, seeing this bodacious sassy crystal beauty in front of him.
He's mesmerized.
Slight dart eyes back to you. You reaffirm, and he's still with you, but he's just unsure of what to do right now. Because he's now confronted with Hadron, and that's the end of his turn.
Okay.
That is the end of his turn, yeah. The Black Dragon, as you all are making a dash for it,
Oh, that big token gives me anxiety.
roll a general intelligence check for me.
It's not that great.
It doesn't have to be high, this one.
That's a 12.
Yep. Okay, so what little you know about the ancestry of dragons, you know, the tails of the different colors of dragons, something sticks in your head and you remember black dragons, they like to surprise, they like to sneak, they're creepy, they are not ferocious, they're tactical. And you remember this as you look back and the black dragon is no longer there.
Okay.
It knows it's at a disadvantage. You're guessing, and from the little tales and stuff you used to seeing as a little kid, you're thinking, oh, he's plotting something.
Oh, God.
If I, am I able to roll something to try to remember if there were any other ways out of that chamber?
This chamber here?
Yeah.
You entered the chamber fairly quickly, as far as I remember, and were ambushed almost immediately by the dragon.
That's fair.
It'll have to be a high roll.
Yeah, okay.
But I'll let you roll shit.
Insight?
Yeah, I guess insight. Yeah, roll insight.
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, we need to find a little room and then
12.
just spills.
12. Everything was a bit blurry.
Yeah.
You just saw Anwei just fall. The acid made you think things that you didn't want to think. You know, all kinds of things were going on in that moment.
Yeah.
As far as you're aware, that's the end of the Black Dragon's turn. Nyx, you have successfully hidden up against this wall. That Black Dragonborn did not turn to face you. It has been surprised a little bit and backed up against you, but it has not touched you. You have your full action now.
Okay.
Can I just quickly read something out from suggestions?
Sure, go for it.
If you or any of your companions damage the target, the spell ends.
Cool.
Excellent.
Yeah. That's very relevant.
I think
because I think as soon as this guy comes out and with his back turned to Nyx, he would try to assassinate this guy.
So you don't know he's under the effects of suggestion.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
it's up to you. Well, it's up to Nyx what Nyx would do. You're going to go for it?
He's going to jump and he's going to try and stab this guy.
Okay.
Where? I want to know the details.
You would
See if I
know.
hit
You would
first.
know what suggestion does based on your history.
Yeah.
And how useful
I
suggestion
don't
would
think
have
I
been.
would've heard it, though.
But you would not have known that spell was
Correct.
cast.
Correct.
Oh man.
What actually? What? I'm trying to help you guys. Can you read out suggestion, verbal, somatic?
It's verbal and material costs. Normally.
Verbal.
Yep.
Roll an insight check for me.
Natural 20. Plus.
Dice don't lie.
Minus. Plus 3.
Plus 3. It has the black dragon has finally stopped scratching. Just for the split second it does, and the noise dies down. You hear the echoing of a spell being cast from down the corridor towards where Damara is, where your focus was, where your attention was, and you think the words are reminiscent of those of a suggestion spell.
Okay. Nyx has got his dagger ready.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to ready an attack.
You're going to hold your action.
I'm going to hold it in case and see how.
So you're going to ready an attack on the black dragonborn.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm going to reach out past the pillar.
Yep.
So not touching the guy, just so Damara can see my hand.
Yep.
And I'm just going to give a signal like a thumbs up, thumbs down. Like, give me some information.
You're looking down the corridor to Damara, and Damara.
No, I'm not looking. I'm just putting my hand out because I don't want to
okay.
get too close to this guy.
Okay. Yep.
So I'm just putting my hand out, thumbs up, thumbs down.
Okay.
I'm not even looking.
All right. Excellent. Good to know.
And I think
but you've held your attack.
I'm pretty sure that's all I can do.
Excuse me.
Yeah, and I will just go back to pressing up and hiding against the wall
All right.
with my bonus action.
So you doing a bonus action hide?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not even going to make you roll for that.
So has he only seen me then and not Nyx?
He's seen you.
Yeah.
He's seen a wolf and 2 other humanoid creatures pelting down the corridor toward him, like full speed.
Yep.
And you are holding 2 daggers.
Yeah.
So naturally he's going WTF.
Yeah.
That is Nyx's turn, yes?
Yeah, that's all.
Excellent. Anway.
Hayden looks pretty damaged. No?
No, I've got full
No,
health.
Hayden has not got a
Is it
scratch.
No, it's
I got in the...
Hell.
I'm
I'm
burnt
going
to
to cure wounds at level 1.
Beautiful.
I do it. It is 1d8 plus 6. It is 8. I heal you for 8.
Thank you for
And I
that.
Woo!
say, you'll be okay.
Just staring
Today.
straight ahead like...
So as Milo pelts up the corridor with you in tow, you reach out your hand, clap Nyx on, clap Harkale on the back,
like on the ass, like...
and the residual energy that you've given yourself, you flow a bit more into Harkale,
Yeah.
and
then
that
I-
is your action.
Yeah, and then I run.
Then you run.
I
Okay.
run.
2, 3,
That's
Hard
not
core.
me.
5.
That's
It's
me.
Harkale.
That's a me.
That's not me.
1, 2,
It wasn't me.
4, 5. So you reach Hayden.
Yeah.
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 Would you like to? You see in front of Hayden a black dragonborn.
As soon
Evaluating
as
things?
Anway sees a black dragonborn in front of Hayden, she's gonna hide behind Hayden. As soon as
Yeah, rock and a hard place. You got it. And yeah,
between
so
2 rocks.
between 2 rocks, perfect. And that is that your turn?
Yes.
Yes.
pussy.
Tamara.
My memoir.
All right, mate.
Tamara. Ooh, Tamara.
Where's my thing?
Roll a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Rocks and my
It's not a big deal. This is just for flavour.
Natural 20.
Jesus.
Oh my god! If I don't get a
Hell
nat
yes.
20, I'm gonna fucking
As you
shit
are
Big rolls.
watching. It's always nice when a bit of audio comes back to the set.
God, I
Reminded of how
sound
ridiculous it
great!
Oh my god!
Ah, my Struth!
Struth me dingo!
I didn't go ate my baby!
I have no idea what I'm saving from.
Oh.
You are standing side on, and you step slightly forward to check on your suggestion as the door to the right of you, a final thud hits it, and the crack down the just slightly right of the middle gives way, and parts of the lintel and everything burst outward. And you snap your head to the right to see a towering figure, about 7.5 feet tall, and from out of the darkness of the room and the dust settling and the splinters around him, you see a very male, masculine figure. Grey, shale-like skin, almost looks like the Rock has come forth and stepped into a room with you. Looks to be some form of like bushy bristle with like a white cotton shirt or like a loose leather kind of strap down the middle. He's hunched over. He's a little bit tall for the corridor and the door he's in. He's got some green style cargo shorts on, no shoes, but his hands and feet are huge, and he appears to be shale-like stone in build.
Yeah.
And he looks angry. In his right hand, he has a sword, but you can see the splinters still stuck into his hand where he's punched the door. You recognize the sword instantly as the Dragon Slayer longsword.
It is awesome. Yep.
In his left hand, he has a creature that you saw not too recently, actually. A greenish-styled creature known as a Gith that you were told about. The creature that was standing in the encampment. Another one of these, head in his left hand, blood just trickling through his fingers as he holds the lifeless body up from the head, and this creature is just dead, gone. And he looks at you and looks down the corridor. Where is she? That's his turn.
Do I respond now, or do I have to wait till my turn?
You can use your reaction to respond.
You can use your reaction to respond, but you won't get anything else this turn.
I'll say, that's what I came about.
Okay. Good to know. Alright, there is our new figure. You at the end of the corridor. I'm going to say that you have kind of moved here out of the splinter range of the door.
Yep.
Harkel.
So I'm going to continue to. What's at the end of the hallway? Like, is it just a door?
Looking to the left?
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to look to the left?
Yeah.
It appears to darken out ahead of you. You can't really see what's going down that direction.
Unknown. Cool.
Unknown.
I'm just gonna run my 40 feet and run as far as I can go.
Yep. That's about there. So you get up into combat range with the Black Dragonborn. No one's engaged the Black Dragonborn at the moment.
Would I have heard the spell?
No, but you also know that 3 people have gotten there before you and no one has hit him yet. And he hasn't hit anyone. So that's the amount of information you know. You don't know if he's under the effects of anything. So it's up to you what you would do.
Under any illicit.
Be truthful.
Lots of alcohol.
Yeah, I attack.
You attack?
I reckless attack.
Yeah, she
You reckless
does.
attack?
Mm-hmm.
Go for it.
As I see her swing, I'm going to jump in on this as well.
Okay, you can just roll for that now.
So you considered surprised?
Absolutely.
Okay.
He does not know you're there.
Yeah.
Would a 14 hit?
I'm doing this.
Yes,
I'm doing this.
a 14
Cool.
hits.
Do you get
So
advantage
18 hits as
because
well.
they're he's
Yep,
surrounded?
both hit.
Oh, yeah. Wait, I already had advantage because of reckless attack. 14.
Remember you have
I'm going to be doing
do-
37 damage to him
Why?
because I have Assassinate, which crits on surprise hits. Plus sneak attack.
I'm going to say your hits first,
Yep.
just because you've chosen to attack first.
Yep. That's
Started from the bottom.
that is a 9.
A 9. Cool.
Can I extra attack?
Roll for the extra attack.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna say that. That's a 14 again.
14. Yeah, that one would hit.
Yeah.
So your first hit comes in, definitely knocks it senseless, bringing your axe up, which it's feeling good. It's a new one, but it's feeling damn good.
Fuck yeah.
And as you come around to bring up your second attack, you see the life drain from his eyes. And your axe connects, but you feel like it was kind of a futile swing as Nyx plunges a dagger into its back. And you just sort of watch him fall to the floor. He turned the corner, and then darkness forever.
Big oof.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. It moves.
How long does that take?
I'm going to say it takes a full action.
Okay.
So if
Okay.
you were going to do it during battle,
Well,
I'm going to say you would take your action. So
Yeah, great.
about 6 seconds, maybe less, slightly less. And it resists, but seems to work just fine. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Harkale, that is your turn.
That is my turn.
I'm going to say at the moment there are
Well,
currently
I'm going
no
to.
more aggressors, unless you chose to turn on this character who, I mean, Tamara's just encountered something down the end of the tunnel. So we'll just go ahead with it. Milo, what's Milo doing? Milo's
back by my side now.
I'm going to say Milo will have rushed up with Anwei.
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent.
She's just chilling there.
And
puffed, though.
Milo's with you. And do you want her to just hold her action?
Yeah.
For you to make an action?
Well,
Because it's your turn next?
does Milo sniff or sense anything?
No.
Familiar?
Just saw a black dragonborn die in front of him.
Okay,
Yeah.
she's with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, and now it's your turn. So you've just watched this black dragonborn die.
Mm-hmm.
You have heard a yell from down the corridor, and it sounds very familiar.
Oh, I'm so nervous. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go down there.
Yeah, you're gonna.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna take us out of combat because as you turn the corner, you turn to see Boomy. And the look on his face is like, "Oh my god, thank God!" and just runs towards you.
Yeah, I run up and I jump on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gives you a massive hug, the huge frame pretty much engulfing you as he tries to breathe through your hair, pushing it sort of aside, picks you up by the shoulders and looks at you, and then just hugs you again. What the hell?
I don't even know what to do. Dad,
Yeah.
what are you doing here?
What the fuck are you doing here?
I'm with some mates. I left home 4 weeks ago, and now I'm here. I don't know what else to tell you. But what are you doing here? Are you okay? Why are you underground?
Looks down at the dragon. You look down at the sword. He holds it and goes, "Well, Virabeth ain't feeling great, but she managed to get away, mate. I'm sorry."
Fuck. Dad, it's been years. Where have you been?
Where have I been? Where have you been? I've been everywhere. This world's huge, mate. You know that.
Oh my god, I can't wait to hear about it all.
Just can you at least introduce me to? And looks up at the blind raven encrusted tiefling next to him.
Black Dragonborn.
Oh, Black Dragon. You're still a Black Dragonborn. Oh. Yeah. You're going to have to explain that pretty quickly because he looks over to Damara and starts to clench his fist down on the sword.
Dad, these are my mates, okay? This is Damara. He's in disguise, though.
Okay, I'll drop my disguise.
Yeah. Disguise. Clever thinking. Is that how you got past the dragon?
Oh, yeah. But,
What do you mean, yeah?
I had a lot to do with that, Dad.
You killed it!
I didn't kill it, but I
Is
I
it
got
dead?
away and I helped the team.
Is it dead?
No, it's not dead.
Well, let's go bloody kill the thing.
Fuck yeah. All right.
Guys!
Guys!
And he continues. He starts walking down the corridor towards you. You walk out. You all sort of obviously walk out from around the corridor. He sees you. Flamin' Galar. What the hell are you? You're fantastic, aren't you?
My heart. Hello, friend. Do you mind if we, before we, I heard you mentioning you want to kill this here Dragonborn down the hall. Not the Dragonborn, the actual dragon.
Yeah.
Can we regroup in this little room?
Yeah, mate. Come on. And he pulls you back into the room.
Don't underestimate Dad, guys. He's fucking nuts.
What the fuck?
And he turns and lumbers and sort of tries to turn as best as he can. He's a pretty big dude, and he pushes his way back in. He pulls you into the room that he was being kept in. It looks like, as he explains to you, that he was maybe being held there against his will, but you see 2 dead Gith in the room on the floor as you enter.
Charming.
He sort of wipes the long sword against his shorts a bit and just puts it up against the wall. So, what are you doing at Barty's?
We haven't found Barty yet. That's what we're doing. Dad, look at this red glow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been up to your usual shit. I understand that. Of course, all of you're the red one.
Yeah. We got told to come down to see Bartholomew, and he's going to help get rid of this red glow, but we haven't found him yet. All we've encountered is danger so far.
It was a little bit of my idea. Because as soon as you entered the town, that glow was going to hit you no matter what happened. Barty and I go way back.
Oh.
He's a good mate.
Okay.
Do you know where he is?
Last I saw him, he was being held down the hall. I got jumped by these bastards, and Virabeth got in a lucky shot.
Is he a blue dragonborn?
He is. You know him.
Yeah, we saw him.
Yeah. Well, that's Bart. I mean, it takes a lot to surprise him, and he didn't show up for our meeting, so I ended up going and checking on him. Found the hole in his basement. Got jumped.
Where were you supposed to meet him?
My house. I got a little place here.
In this town?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I've been using the earth circles to get around, and I've got a place that I stay here because Bart and I go back a little bit. Okay. So, he's a good bloke.
Cool.
You should meet him. You'd like him.
Yeah.
How are you?
So, Dad, I'm overwhelmed.
Alright, can we do this? Well, I understand, I appreciate that you haven't seen each other in a while, but we have 2 dead Gith here. We have a locked up prisoner that we have a dragon roaming about. Can we, sort this situation out, and then you guys...
He talks big for a little guy, doesn't he?
Yeah. Milo also hasn't stopped licking you.
Yeah, cool. And Milo would also double check. There is one of your crystals hanging from a leather strap around his neck, which Milo would double check on and know that it's there and know that it's from you.
Yeah.
I'm going to go and stab each of these Giths in the heart.
Is there anything interesting in the room?
So as you stab them, you feel your mind passes from the prime plane to another place. You are essentially taking something, but it's no longer on the prime plane. It's somewhere else. Yeah.
Okay.
So as you and you're in control, you feel very in control.
Okay.
Through the dagger, and you pull them back from wherever they were to you and into the dagger, and it thrums, gentle vibration, and the same as it did before,
Yeah.
and then dies down again.
The same happens to both of them.
Same thing happens for both
Okay.
both Gith. Boomy sort of sits down in the corner, brushes off his knees, obviously seeing you guys want to do a couple of things.
Is there anything in the room?
Is there anything in the room? There's 2 dead Gith, and there is a small black-styled longsword, much like the one Damara has, leant up against the wall, and a small satchel.
I'm gonna take both.
Okay. On opening the satchel, you find a small green vial, quite small, of something. You find a fairly intricately styled key. It's a little bit shorter than you'd think it should be, with lots of little sort of star points coming out of a central cylinder that looks like it sort of fits in and twists a few times around something. You're not really sure, but it's fairly sturdy and it's made of iron. You find a black onyx book. But on reaching for it, it's a little bit lighter than you think onyx should be, and it doesn't open. It's like a relief of a book. It's solid, and you can see that it has pages, but it's like a sculpture of a book.
If this key goes in this book, I'm gonna lose my mind. But that is for another time. I'm gonna put it in my coat.
Yeah. Let's double check something here.
I don't like it when he does that laugh.
I'm just remembering shit. This is fun. You find a small pouch, sort of dark green, and opening up, there seems to be some mostly intact, some broken cookies. They smell sweet, but not sickly sweet, a little bit like coconut. And another note that looks like it has the same lines as the one that you've had some fun trying to decipher in the past.
I'm gonna give Harkel one of the cookies. Because she's helped me. But I'm not gonna say anything, I'm just gonna pass her a cookie.
Yeah, and I take it and I don't say anything.
Boomy, just as you pick up that bag. Yeah, that was hers. Left in a hurry. Didn't like that I got her sword.
How did she get out of here?
Magic shit. I need stone circles to move. She can do it wherever the hell she wants. I think the commotion scared her a bit. But, yeah.
Where did she go?
I don't know. But all I know is what your family's been doing in the Whispering Woods, barricading the north side. Something's happening in that Decidian forest, and I bet she's got something to do with it. She's scouting. She's looking. These tunnels were on purpose.
Any idea what for?
Honestly, Bartholomew, he's the one that would know this shit. I don't know.
As soon as he says that, I'm gonna walk over to the Black Dragonborn corpse and start looking for a cell key, assuming that he has it because he was walking straight to the cell.
Yep.
Yeah. Nice.
Yep. You find a fairly standard looking key with sort of 2 prongs that come down and prongs either side, sort of at adjusted heights.
Yep.
And I would say that this feels like there's some magic in it. Mm-hmm. It's not just a key. It's quite sort of a bit like sterling silver.
Yep.
With sort of blackened edges around some of the parts of the silver.
Yep.
So yeah, you find a key. And he appears to be dressed fairly regularly. The weapon is not of the blackened make like you're used to.
Yep.
It's a fairly standard steel longsword.
Wasn't it like a mace?
A mace, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
You wouldn't find anything else on him at this point. For memory's sake, he was who was in the room adjoining the cells. You would assume who killed Optic.
Yeah.
And he left that room very, very quickly. So he pretty much has nothing on him, save for Yeah.
That wasn't. I was assuming that he was like the dragon keeper or something like that. But...
No. So inside into the game, once Optic moved up to there, he saw him, killed Optic instantly, and then retreated back to where he knew he'd be safer because it's only him and the black dragon down here at the moment, as far as he knew.
Only him and a dragon.
Yeah, just cash.
Me and my boys hanging out all the time.
Me and my boys.
Some of the lads.
Oh!
Squad goals.
Gonna have a look at this sword, friend.
Which one? You're asking Boomy?
Yeah.
And which one are you referring to?
The one that he took off Erebeth.
Yeah, mate. And hands it over.
Yeah.
It's...
Is it too heavy for you?
It's
Did you fall
very,
over?
very heavy.
Yeah.
It's almost... Hang on.
So you took that sword off Virabeth?
Sorry, 1 second.
Yeah, bleh.
Yeah, it's very heavy. You wouldn't be able to pick it up.
Oh my god.
You would have to make a strength check to pick it up.
He's doing it.
I wanted to fall, but
Give it another go.
No.
Yeah, that's -2. Minus
Oh!
7.
It's 7?
Yeah.
Boomy hands it to you, and
Nah.
the confidence in you from sprinting down that corridor clangs to the floor, and but on sort of adjusting yourself and just looking over it, it's a beautiful sword. I mean, it's sharp as a razor, and Boomy kind of sort of enjoys watching whatever's happening.
Are there any carvings on it?
Not so much. It's as far as swords go, it's really simple. Like really simple. Yeah.
Being Virabeth's sword, would I know of it? Is it in history, like...
Is it in my
Crossing
book?
over DM notes, I'm going to say no, because she found it after you would have ever had any knowledge of
Okay.
her. It's a fairly new item to her repertoire, and she hasn't had it for very long, and she didn't have it for very long.
Fucking Dupree.
There was a moment for a while where she wouldn't have
yes,
had it, maybe.
of course.
So-
That old chestnut. Nick has no idea about that, though.
Dad, how many encounters have you had with Virabeth?
Mate, I've heard of her. She's a bitch.
She's a bitch. We call
Unifying
her
the
Vera
nation. Unify. Have you heard that frickin' one love shit? Huh? That Pepper was spouting? That's one of the main reasons I was worried about Barty.
Mm,
He never liked her.
nah.
Saying Pepper is involved in this.
Yeah, Dad, what do you know about Pepper?
Me and Barty we spoke. He thinks she's trying to unify the world. She's trying to bring everyone together under one mind. She's part of some, I don't know, cult shit.
Fucked cult.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
I'm
did
sus.
seem pretty strange.
I'm sus, Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm so
we're
sus.
sus.
And
Oh, so that's where you get it from.
ha! Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, like I don't know, like
now.
hates gods but loves trying to become one, you know? And everyone who seems to take into this
Is that normal?
group tends to like just know what each other's doing all the time. I don't want to be connected to that.
That's creepy.
I value my privacy.
Yeah.
He sort of make a perception check.
Perception?
Yeah.
17.
17. He takes a second glance at you, you get the feeling that he's definitely probably seen a high elf before.
Woo! Okay.
Yeah. That's about the gist
Pop
you
that
get.
up, pop that up.
And it's a very kind look. He has sort of the crinkled stone where there's been he's been through a lot, this guy. And he's got a very big, strong face,
stone.
very friendly eyes. And as he looks at you, it's a very accepting kind of good on you, girl, kind of thing.
Aw,
Girl power.
the biggest rock.
I did think when he was introduced that I was back in Queensland.
Aw.
Big rock.
I just imagine this as an Australian Dwayne.
Well, we should go get Barty, Dad.
Yeah, he'll know.
Yeah.
1 second.
There is a dragon.
Yeah, we need to be
I
careful.
instantly switch back into like mission.
He
mode.
looks over. As he's looking at you. You find a book?
Yes.
Yeah. Can I have it for a second?
I pass it to him.
Yeah. He takes the book. Look, I know I'm not your master, but Salty, we could really use you right now. And you watch the book start to sort of move a little bit, and he's like, Salty Nessie Ra. And the book rises and flips open and springs to life. And out of it you see a little anime-style tabby cat
Okay.
Ah!
with massive eyes, huge eyelashes, really excited, just gently plops down on top of the book, which is now open and hovering in front of him. And the cat is standing on top of the book.
I take
with
a
its
step
paws.
back. Just like clutch.
The cat's eyes open up. Boomy! Boomy! Boomy!
Oh, this is
Yeah,
just
mate.
dragon.
We gotta get him. He's in trouble. Yeah, I know. I'm brave. With you. And looks around the room to all of you. And the book sort of hovers back a little bit away from you. And hovers forward a little bit. And Boomy watches the interaction. Oh yeah, this is Salty. This is Bart's familiar. She's cool AF, right? And she's gonna help us. Don't worry about it. She's got our back.
Alright.
And Salty sort of nods and looks at you all.
I do
Ready.
like
Salty.
Salty Nessie Ra.
Salty Nessie Ra.
That's what I do.
Nice to meet ya, Salty Nessie Ra.
I was gonna add a
Salty.
spell here. Was there a da?
Yeah.
And he looks around to all of you. And have you ever killed a dragon before? It's only a baby.
No.
It's a baby.
Not recently.
Have to say, I've only ever killed one. It wasn't black though.
How old were you
Killed
when
a
you killed
dragon.
that, Dad?
Never faced a black one.
Sorry.
We could not
You killed a dragon.
kill the dragon.
Yeah.
What?
Well, a deal went sour. We ended up in its lair, and it was my life or its. So I didn't want to.
So
Beautiful thing.
So there's more than one dragon.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do we need to kill the dragon? It was very big.
You can. I mean, it's up to you what you do from here on out. Beamy will work with you. You've only seen one exit from here so far.
How would you suggest we kill it, Dad?
Run at it. You know what? Or she runs at it, and we'll fire at it.
Oh, cool.
Don't worry, we got you.
Let me see if
Yeah,
I can.
and they.
Where else does the tunnel go? Keeps going that way.
Yeah, it's a collapse. They tried digging that way, but this is as far as they could get. So
Oh, I see.
So it ends here,
It's about
pretty much.
cursed
I'm in
way.
control of a lot of the underground of South Peak, and I'm surprised. I was telling Bart for ages. I knew something was happening down here. He thought I was crazy, but once I saw the tunnel, I knew there was something happening.
If we're going back into the chamber, we need to be careful. Apparently black dragons are sneaky.
Tricky.
Is that right?
Well, that's the stories I've been told.
Yeah.
I reckon I could outsneak it. Let me see if I can see where it's hiding.
I almost died.
Yeah.
Oh, you
What?
good? And he pulls out a red potion.
I'm good. I'm just saying.
You let me know, love. Puts it back.
You gotta learn how to run faster.
Dad, I revived her with the crystals in my hair.
What do I tell you? There's something to them. There's something.
They heal.
I got something to talk to you about after this.
Okay.
I'm gonna start walking down the corridor,
all right.
out to the room,
And he,
and I'm gonna.
Sneaky.
as soon as you say that you're gonna go and you're gonna move,
Yeah.
his temperament changes. He slows down, and as he walks forward, not a single sound comes from the earth of his feet and the earth underground. He moves with you very, very silently.
Great.
And he starts to trickle his hand along the wall as he walks with you, and his hand actually moves into the wall and then back out again fairly easily. He seems very at home underground, and he's got some form of power here.
Great.
So yeah, he works with you. So here we go.
You take the ground and I'll take the air.
So give me 30 seconds and I'll reset this.
So you are a rock.
Big
Half.
Or
Half
just
a rock.
Just
Is
a
this
little
a
rock,
usual-
though.
Just a little rock
He's
compared
the
to
big
him.
rock.
A bond.
This is
Um,
fucking insane.
He's pretty cool, hey?
What way?
Is this how
Is he a rock?
father and daughter talk?
Well, he's an
now?
earth genasi, so
I have no idea.
He seems made out of pure grey shale. He is rock-like, but he has many human features. And as he moves and talks and creases, the rock seems to bend and move with him. So, yeah, he looks like a moving rock.
Creepy.
cool.
All right, so gonna get rid of that bad boy.
On way. Got any whispered tones that might help me feel inspired to make sure I find out where this dragon is hiding?
I'm not a dancing monkey.
Alright, it's your funeral.
Do you have any little singing galah songs for me?
Pull out one of my hardened feathers.
I take it. But do you have any songs?
You're the singer.
We'll see.
Alright. You sing now.
As you're all walking down the corridor, very carefully, you start to think, oh god, we're making a little bit of noise. But before you even get a chance to roll for stealth, Boomy
Okay.
floats his hands.
Sounds like shit.
Boomy works
Ah.
his hands down in front of him and behind him, and you feel all of your footsteps go silent as he casts Password Out of the Trace on you. Are you moving silently down the corridor?
Absolutely.
Right, and are you approaching with him alone, or is everyone else following, or is some of you following? Are some of you following?
I'm at the very, very, very back.
You're at the back. I'm assuming you're at the
I'll
back.
probably
with
say to
them.
everyone, hang back and wait for my signal.
Okay, excellent.
Alright.
You've all gathered past without a trace. So Nyx and Boomy, I'm going to just say you're moving halfway down the corridor at this point. Hayden, are you
What's
going
the
Yeah,
exact?
I reckon I'm right behind
You're
with,
right
with
behind.
You've
Milo.
got it. I'm just gonna check
with
it.
Milo?
I'm gonna hang
You're
back,
past
but
without
I'm
a trace.
not going to stay where we are. I want to get closer
think
to the
I had
end of
passed
the
without a trace.
corridor.
You do.
So,
Like eventually.
Yeah.
like
Absolutely
about
do.
there eventually?
I made you.
No, like so
Where is it?
like I'm trailing behind. I
You're-
want to walk to the end of the
How do I-
corridor, but
oh,
in a
yeah.
bit, so I don't walk into the room with the dragon. If I've got Pass Without a Trace on, so
Right.
I'm just trailing a
Right, I'm just going to say you're
3-4
trailing.
meters back. Yeah,
Yep,
yeah, yeah.
excellent, no problems. Anwei, I'm going to say you're with Damara.
Yep.
Hakeo,
I thought you had it.
Yeah, if they're going, I'm going.
you're going? Okay. So that is our marching order.
What's the exact bonus of pass without trace?
You get a plus 10. Everyone gets a plus 10.
Oh, sick
So
ass.
can everyone please roll stealth checks?
Love you.
I'm going to say that none of your rolls matter because you've passed anyway with the plus 10. So well done, everyone. But did anyone get a 20?
No.
No.
Okay.
But I got like
50,000? Yeah, 30.
uh,
As Boomy watches you,
31.
you've already come down this corridor. You know how to move back down it fairly quietly, and he's gained a little bit of confidence. He's watching you move. He's going to stay behind you as you move. I'm going to say up to about here, which is just near the mouth of this entrance to the cavern.
What about Bart? Where's he? You
getting
getting
a
him?
12 into
Wait.
a 31 feels good.
Oh wait, oh no, they are moving. They're all two, fam.
Yeah. They're trailing about a movement's 30 feet behind.
I stay with Armay and Damara though, like in pace with them. Sorry, I should have.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Raquel. So. By the way, that's not where it is. Sorry.
Yeah, cool.
That's
I was
just,
about to ask.
That's just.
I'm assuming it was just sitting there for that.
I will put it where it is.
Yikes.
Biggest yikes.
Okay. Why is that not moving? Can't move the camera at all. Ah!
Oh no.
Yeah. Level has been saved to disk. Wait, resume game. There we go.
There we go. Just
Okay. So, I'm assuming you don't move directly under the cabin, or do you?
I'm going to come to the front edge and make a perception check.
You come to the edge. I'm going to say you're staying up against the wall. There's a wooden
Correct.
support there. You
Yeah.
are very small. You are hidden
Being
to the
as
best of your
stealthy as
abilities.
I can.
So, I'm going to...
Where is it? 19.
19. Directly in front of you, you see this rock formation, and behind it, you see what looks to be rock that looks darker than the rest, huddled up behind it.
Okay.
It does not appear to be moving.
Yeah. Okay.
Rock at it.
Well, I could just make a ranged attack. It's not going to be a surprise, though, will it? It's definitely not a surprise if it's high.
You don't know that. Your
If
stealth
it's-
roll is pretty high.
Okay.
The dragon is not moving. And if it has not seen you yet, it is a surprise attack.
Okay. I'm going to throw a feather dart.
Actually, sorry, I retract that because the dragon knows you're there somewhere and it's actively hiding and waiting for you.
That's
so
what
you
I'm
actually
saying.
can't. You actually
I
can't,
can't surprise it.
No,
Because
so,
it's ready.
yeah.
it's
It's ready for combat.
But at the same time, I still get advantage on it because it hasn't taken a turn yet. Hang on, is that right?
It is behind partial cover.
Yeah.
You can see most of it, but about 40-50% of whatever. You can't see what the tail is. You just see sort of this hulking mass at the front.
Yeah. And so I'm like pretty sure it's the dragon right there.
You didn't see that when you came in. And it's darker than the rest of the stone in here, and there is a lamp nearby illuminating the left-hand side of this rock.
Okay. How do I want to do this? I feel like I want to get everyone ready first. I'm gonna pull out Feather,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm just gonna like signal everyone that we're about to go.
Yep.
And I'm gonna fling it at the dragon.
Fling it at the dragon.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright.
Hang on a sec. I'll just bring this up.
Hell yeah.
Okay. You fling a thing at the dragon.
20 to hit.
20 hits.
Dang. Nat
Okay.
20?
No,
Dirty
12 plus
20.
8.
That hits. That's sick.
Okay, that's good to know. So I get these two because it's sneak attack, and I get this. 6, 8, 11.
11
No, 13.
13 damage.
Maths.
Who needs it?
13 damage.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Hang on, I'll wait till I've got.
well, you flung it
move.
at... As soon as the dagger is flying towards it, it
Yeah.
does not get to move in time. The dagger strikes slightly down the right-hand side of its neck. And it immediately flares up. The wings go really, really wide.
Yeah.
And this is when you will roll initiative.
Grab it.
Ha!
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to go round the table with Hayden.
8.
Sick.
She loves to roll on initiative.
Nyx.
24.
Dang.
Hakel.
17.
Anway.
12.
12. Damara.
Like you always get 12.
14.
I feel like I always get 12.
11 or
13,
12?
14. Like,
Yeah.
13.
it's always around there.
Mediocre.
Yeah.
Fits.
She's okay. She's not bad, you know.
You cheeky
Sweet middle.
fucker.
Unlike some people. Some people who just teach with pets.
Showboat.
High achiever.
And
brought an
roll,
apple
can you roll for
today
melee,
for the
please?
teacher?
Play to my strengths.
You're so small, you have to make up for something.
This is true. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Was it bad?
+2.
Oh, yeah, 3.
3.
She's just like her mum.
Don't worry, Black Dragon rolled awfully.
Holy moly.
Yes.
So,
Worse than Milo?
Yeah, no.
no.
Salty the
Milo,
cat.
Milo just managed to roll a little bit worse. Okay. So yeah, the thunderous sound that you did not hear before because of the silent spell comes echoing down the chamber as a feather hurt this dragon's pride more than anything else. Does not like that it has just been snuck up on. And the first turn after Nyx throws his dagger is going to be Nyx again.
Okay, so I'm gonna jump and soar to one of the points on the poles that I was at before.
Okay.
Um,
So I'm going to move you. So one of these poles here.
how far can I go?
So you can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is your movement range here.
Okay. I want to get... Oh, yeah, I'll just go to that pole that's right there. Yep.
Yep. Okay.
So I'm up
So
there.
you're up on the
floating
pole.
up there.
Yep. No worries.
I'm going to use my bonus action to clasp my pouch. And I'm going to shoot up in flames.
Wow.
Boomy looks up at you and doesn't even need to say it.
It's a flaming galah.
The light from your body emanates through and down onto Boomy's face as it's sort of the light lighting up his grey shell. He's just smiling. He's grabbing the sword and he's ready to go.
Yeah.
As you are now illuminating this dragon in front of you, you get a really good shot of it.
26 to hit. I get this. I borrow this.
Yeah.
Thank you. 1, 3, 7, 11, 16 damage.
16 damage. Nice.
Oh no, but I used my bonus action to flame on, so I can't. I was going to dash away. So I'm sitting there like a flaming sitting duck right now. But that's fine. We'll have to leave it there.
Okay. So
Oh
Nyx,
no! I can key point.
Oh, he's got his key points.
Key points.
Mugs,
Okay.
bruh.
Put it out.
So I can
Mugs.
step of the wind, dash,
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
and so I have
How many more feet of movement you got now?
like I'm flying, so I've got like
40?
60,
60?
55 or 60, 55 I think it is.
Okay, I'll double check that in a second, but carry on.
So I'm gonna go to the other side. I'm gonna try and split his focus. So I'm gonna go right, and I'm gonna go back towards where we came in.
Back here?
Yeah, just as far as I can. I'll probably
Okay.
stay up as well. I'll
Yeah,
stay up.
so I'm going to say you started there. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, that's 30.
7.
That's 40. You're going to go into the tunnel here, or you're going to try and just get to the right-hand side here?
No, I'll go into the tunnel.
Into the tunnel? Okay, so that's 40, 55, you're down there.
Oh, I'll stay at the edge of the tunnel.
At the edge of the tunnel?
Yeah.
Right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, actually no. I'll use the full thing. I can always come back.
You can.
Thank you.
So Nyx flames on, launches another dagger, and then pinwheel darts right across the cavern. You see Nyx disappear. Hakel, you look up. Are you ready to go?
Ready as I'll ever be. What accent was that?
Ready as I'll ever be.
So I'm gonna use my last rage of the day.
Last rage of the day.
Last rage of the day. I'm going to dash, which would be 80 feet.
That's 30. With dash, you can get all the way to the dragon, if you want to.
But I wouldn't be able to attack it.
She's
would
got
I?
40 base. By the
Yeah,
way.
I've got 40.
Well, that's 40. So yeah, with bonus action dash, you could get to the dragon and engage the dragon. You would have your bonus action left, and that's it.
My
Oh no,
bonus
because you
action
use bonus action rage. Yeah, so you'd be raging and engaged with the dragon.
Then I use half of the rest of my action to just get to the second pole. I just want to be closer, but a little to the right.
Down here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So you're kind of trying to use what wooden support there is there to
Yeah.
hide yourself.
Mhm.
Excellent. No problems. Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
Damara. So you are currently
Yep. Well,
Trailing
I'm gonna
one
continue
movement action.
with my movement
1,
down
2,
the.
3. So that's your full movement.
Mhm.
I would say, with a good eye, you can see this dragon directly through. It's opened its wings. It's ready for you. You see it very easily. Yeah.
Alright, well, I'll use my bonus action to use up my last spell slot and cast a hex onto the dragon.
Yep.
And then shoot out an eldritch blast
What are you fixing?
at the. Oh, maybe Dex?
Dex.
It's Dex, yep.
Yep.
And
Done.
shoot out an eldritch blast.
Roll a hit.
I'm so confused. Sorry, one sec.
All right.
This music. So intense.
Ooh. Camera angles.
So that's an 18 to hit.
18 just hits. So you thread the needle. The eldritch blast finds its purchase.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Roll for damage.
Yeah. I was trying to work out because I just picked up repelling blast. I'm guessing the dragon's too big for repelling blast to affect it, but I'm not sure.
I believe it would need to be smaller than like medium size.
Yeah.
And where are we?
I'll look it up while you guys do that.
It's this dragon is calculated as large.
Yeah. Cool. So that's 10 damage in total.
10 damage.
And large.
Shreds. Eldritch Blast comes firing through as Harkel darts off to the right. You've got enough light to see it, and you hit it pretty squarely in the center of its chest. It's opened up. Its pride was hurt from being attacked first, so it gave away whatever tactical advantage it had, and now it's just angry. That is your movement and action. Do you have any bonus actions?
My bonus action was Hex.
Oh, Hex, of course. Yeah, no worries. Tomorrow, Boomy. Boomy is... No, he saw Harkel run in, so he's not going to not run in. He would usually reach for his bow at this point, but he is going to 1, 2, 3, 4. He has favored terrain, so he can get all the way there, not even making a sound. He sprints across the ground as the ground just kind of reacts to his feet, and he brings back the sword for a strike. Hits for... Oh my god, I actually have to use dice. And... brings the sword up, 19 damage straight across the underside of the wing, taking advantage of the fact that it's been surprised right now. The Dragon Slayer longsword seems to just darken in energy as it finds its purchase on one of its favored creatures. It's been hit pretty damn hard, but it's still fine, it's still ready to go, as Anwei you enter the fray.
I'm gonna do a big woman spell. I'm gonna do Dissonant Whispers at 3rd level. Make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay, so first off, we'll get your movement going. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So you're up with
That's what I'm
Tamara.
imagining she sings, yeah.
Yeah. Dissonant Whispers.
Yeah.
Go for it. Is that a save on my side?
Yeah.
Which save?
Wisdom.
Does not save, like in any way.
I hit it 4, 5, 11, 14, 16, 17. I hit it for 17.
17 damage.
Wait.
Poor
Yes.
draggy. Do you have a name for the dragon?
5d6.
Bad boy.
It doesn't have a
The
plus 3.
worst boy.
The worstest boy.
The
Fine.
worst.
Out.
Yo, that was the worst.
18. I didn't count correctly.
18.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Counting, guys.
Maths is fun.
Maths. We do this.
I hate that my most.
I enjoy maths.
7. Like, oh,
18.
it's so hard.
18 damage.
You know what I just realised?
So as the bombarder spellcasters run up the corridor, an eldritch blast and dissonant whispers come firing out. They hit pretty damn hard, and the dragon like physically gets rocked back from these attacks, looking like it's trying to work out whether or not this is a winnable fight, but still angry as hell. So you're not really sure what the dragon's thinking right now.
And then I'm gonna bardic inspire Nyx, and I'm gonna sing. He's a killer, bird, daggers and feathers, too small to carry a sword.
It's like a backhanded compliment. It's like,
asked for
you're
a
doing
song.
good, kid, but you suck.
You asked for a song.
Hit the gym. I appreciate the song.
Oh, I forgot about
Gains.
salty.
Make some gains.
Salty.
Big games.
Does that provoke an opportunity attack from Boomy? Dissonant Whispers.
Does dissonant? No, only when the dragon moves out of combat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ah, them being white.
So he's engaged. Yeah.
It's now
if-
white.
Did he pass his
Okay.
save?
Super helpful.
The
No.
On a failed save, it must immediately use its reaction if
To
available
move as far as possible.
its speed allows away from you.
Okay. Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, he hasn't used his reaction yet. Okay.
Oh no.
It
Did
says.
that go out to sea? I'm gonna lose this dragon.
The dissonant whispers hits, and you see the calculating precision of what this black dragon was trying to do. The realization that it's just been attacked by multiple angles. It immediately takes its movement away from Boomy. Boomy is going to get an attack of opportunity against the dragon as it moves this way. Hits.
So it's moved as far away as possible.
Jesus.
What is
For
it doing?
23.
Good lord.
Wow.
You go, Boomy.
Yeah, moving
Oh,
on.
wow.
Big bird.
Boom, 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 boom.
As the dragon
Dragon side.
snakes around and brings in its wings to try and get through some of the wooden supports, Boomy finds its tail and brings a slash down and drags the sword down along the scales of its tail. The dragon slayer longsword, not even recognizing that there are scales there, just lifting up plate
It's the
after
dragon
plate as they
slayer,
pop
of
off
course.
and actually land on the floor. They've been removed from the dragon's tail as the dragon moves fairly quickly towards the water and takes its full action to dive under the water.
Maybe we should just leave it.
I'm not swimming.
That is Anwe's turn. Salty, who has been hovering behind you all. Where is Salty? Did I even create it? I don't have a token for Salty. Screw it! Salty floats up next to Harkow and looks around and doesn't see a dragon. And knows that it was there, but guesses it's in the water and puts her paws down on top of the book and presses them again, and the words disappear and new words show up. She quickly reads them, and then a bolt of blue energy fires out from the book towards the water, and you watch the water start to freeze over into like a an ice kind of surface. It's not very quick, but it seems to at least be cooling and forming
I really
like a layer of ice over the top of the water.
This dragon escapes.
Uh,
I don't want
Hey.
to kill the dragon.
So, dragon's underwater now. Like
The
not
dragon
inside?
has fairly much fully submerged in the cavern that you can see there. The water, you've not been anywhere near it, but it looks like it's going to be fairly deep if it was able to fit this dragon. Not massive, but fairly big, completely underneath the water.
Baby.
Alright, well, I think I'm just gonna run up beside my dad with my bow ready, but not actually. I don't really want to make the call on.
So you
Whether
use
we go or
your
not.
you use your bonus action to get next to Boomy.
Yeah,
Sorry, your action. Yeah. Excellent.
I'm just gonna hold there
Cool.
because I feel safe there.
Cool. Hold there, and are you holding? No, you don't have an action to hold. Sorry. Hayden, for the black dragon's turn, nothing you see happens. It appears to probably have either left or is waiting in the water. You're not quite sure, but that is what happens. Milo has her turn. I'm guessing follows you. Runs up beside you, waits with you and Boomy. Half excited that Boomy's there, half freaked out because there's a dragon, ready for anything. Nix.
Dragon's gone.
Yeah, you reach the corridor, and in the sequence of events, you turn around to see the dragon dipping down underneath the water. That's the last thing you see. If you were to look back up the corridor.
I'm gonna yell out. I'm gonna get Bart.
Yeah.
Head down
so-
the corridor
Okay.
and check if he's.
So what's your full movement?
I can't fly, can I? It's too skinny. I've got 35.
35. So that's 35 there. And for the purposes of this, I'm going to say the combat ends, unless anyone wants to jump in the ice water.
Wait, is it ice water or is it frozen?
It's freezing over, so you probably have to break through at this point.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Everyone good?
not happy.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of getting wet,
good.
personally.
So we transition to our break time because, my God, we need a coffee.
Whoa.
Thanks, everyone. These guys are absolutely nailing today. We will be back after a short rest of around 20 minutes because we are human beings and we need sustenance.
Hell yeah.
But we will be back for another session. We're running a little bit longer today, so it's going to be till about 4 p.m. AEDT, which we are now in. Thanks, everyone.
Changing it up.
And we will see you soon.
Okay.
And welcome back. We have a couple of tables of winners right here. Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Big L.
You got some chunky on you.
Still underground. But we have a brew, we have a big water, we have coffees. We're
got-
ready to go.
Ginger lemon tea.
A ginger lemon tea, because why the hell not?
Treat yourself.
Sorry, did somebody else?
Civilized.
I can't.
Hydrate yourself.
Yeah.
Gotta go really in.
Most of us are hydro homies.
Sorry, did someone ask? Did it look like
So-
everyone was scared?
The party.
I just wanted the fans to know that I'm not drinking
That's
coffee.
the
We've got
tea.
Holly, we're trying to stream some Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm going to burn this guy with my ginger lemon tea in a second.
Yes, DM.
So my email address, hello@mammotthtales.com, to anyone who wants to take the Mammoth Tales Dungeon Master seat. Taking applications now. No.
Hang
Love
on.
you long time.
Oh, could you
send me an
imagine?
application?
Flip tables everywhere. All right, here we
Hello
go.
at Mammoth Tales.
The barrage that the party has managed to
Application.
deliver to this black dragon thought that it had everything under control, lost one of its allies, seemingly abandoned by maybe whoever invited it to be here. I don't know, it doesn't seem to have a lair here. This doesn't look generally like what a black dragon's lair would be, but has disappeared back into the water with Salty
Bye, Felicia.
finding something in the book of spells and freezing over the surface of the pond / underground water region, and you are all left in the cavern. Nix, you're a little bit further apart from everyone, but I'm guessing you very carefully, you make your way towards
I'm heading towards the old blue old dragonborn
character.
Yep.
All right,
I'm still flaming, so let's see what he's.
Okay.
Maybe I should flame off.
I'll come back to the rest of you. As you head back down the familiar hallway, everything's as you remember. The one door which has got the bars across it still has the prone dragonborn on its knees.
Mm-hmm.
It's been shackled with a big shackle up underneath its chin.
Yeah.
Still not conscious, as far as you can see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bang on the thing to try and wake him up.
Yeah. You bang. Nothing. Maybe an eye kind of opens.
Oi!
And just does this.
Bart.
It opens its mouth.
Alright,
Doesn't say anything.
listen here, we're a friend. We got Boomy. It's just in the next room. I'll be coming in shortly.
His eyes react to that.
We've Virabeth has left. The dragon has fled. There's been a couple of casualties from the Dragonborns, but we're gonna get you out. Just hang tight. The key's on its way.
Yep.
Oh.
So,
Just
or you
Blink-
had you,
blink.
Do I have the key?
you had a key,
think I-
and you had a key.
I have a key.
You got a key from the.
I
Oh no,
have the
you got the Black
No, I
Dragonborn
got the
key.
key.
Sorry. You have the Black Dragonborn's key, and you have the smaller circular key. Yep.
Just blink once if you understand.
You get a pretty solid blink.
Right.
from that.
Alright, we'll get you out of there. Hang tight. Alright, and I flame off.
Yeah.
I think we're safe now.
Cool. No worries. Yeah. Your
Don't worry.
flames die down. What are the rest of you doing?
Rushing to the cell with the key as quickly as possible.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, I did. I follow.
Yep. Okay. And I'm guessing you'll
We
say
all
is great.
go.
I want to take the dragon scales that fell down.
Yes.
Girl.
Boomy managed to cut up underneath 5 scales. They're not large like the ones you saw on its flank or on its belly, but they're still fairly decently sized black dragon scales, and they're very cleanly cut. They are whole, and they still have some wet flesh on the back of them.
Gross. I put him in my bag.
Cool. You have 5 dragon scales, black dragon scales.
Fucking beauty.
Yes. Okay. So you all rush up. I'm guessing you're going to pull out the silver key.
Yep.
Yeah. Fits into the lock, no problem. Open up the door, and you see again the prone blue dragonborn with a big collar. As you move into the cell, you see a metal collar up around its neck with what seems to be some sort of insert on the back.
Woo! I'm gonna pull out my key.
Yeah, okay. You hand your key forward, and it fits, no problems at all. Turns, and as it drops, he goes, "Oh!"
And I'm going to take that collar and my key for future use.
Awesome.
Ooh.
Oh, nice to see. What do you want that for?
You can never be too prepared.
Right. Tying people up, are we? No problem.
Don't judge
Hi. And Boomy Boomy looks into the room at this point to see and breathes a bit of a sigh of relief. And this blue dragonborn looks up and goes, "Say it. Say it. I know you want to say it." I told you! I bloody told you, didn't I? And the blue dragonborn sort of stands up. You can see he's in a fairly neat robe of sort of a darker shade of blue than his own scales, and a little white clasp around the middle. Jesus Christ. Stands up. I have you to thank, I guess. My name's Bartholomew. Oh, and sees you.
He told you.
Well, I don't even have to ask my bloody question now, do I? You found her, and Boomy's puffs out his chest a bit and drapes his hand over his arm over your shoulder. Could we leave, please?
I think that'd be wise.
Salty comes floating in up to Bartholomew's side, and you see a slight turn as it turns back into a black book that then attaches to Bart's side, and Bart, steady on his feet, moves forward, and Boomy takes his arm and leads him back up the corridor which he came down. He sort of surveys the tunnels. He was probably pulled down here unconscious, so he doesn't really know where he's going. Boomy sort of feels his way through, having not been unconscious when he came down, and back into the basement level of his tower, and then back up into the base of the tower proper. So, what are you here for?
First things first, Bart. I got told you're the man to fix this red thing.
Oh, yeah. And he reaches his arm up to the orb and just does a faint clicking motion like this, and your visage drops. You are your own color again.
Cheers.
That was something he made me do. He wanted to know when you arrived, you see. But we couldn't, anyway, welcome.
Interesting.
Have you been looking for your father?
More like I've been looking for her. But you mind if I take these guys to my place? And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I missed our chat. How long have I been out? Where? I can't have been that long, surely." And Boomy, mate, 2 days? 2 days. They held you for 2 days. You. Stay here. Come with me, you guys. And he goes to leave the tower and to usher you out the door.
How's Bart looking? Like, is he injured?
He doesn't seem he seems frail, but he's going through and sort of looking at some of his books. You see him rise slightly off the ground up to maybe one of the next levels and just sort of just looking, just sort of retaking stock, like when you come home from holiday and you just look at your house to remember what it's like. It seems to be an unspecified amount of time for him. But he doesn't look weak. He just looks shocked and a little bit frail, maybe.
Cool.
Did we leave the cart with our stuff at the entrance to the tower?
You left the horses tied up to the tap inn,
And we
Yes,
paid a guy to
paid
look
that guy.
and you
to
paid
mind
someone
it.
to look after them. As far as you're aware, I mean, it hasn't been that long.
Yeah.
Bear in mind. So
I definitely want to
Check on our
check
stuff.
on
Yep.
the stuff.
Belongings.
Could we take it back to Boomy's house?
yeah, if you ask him that, he'd be more than happy to, and he'd be more than happy to head past the tap inn to recover your cart and the horses, all of which, if you were to check, are in the same order that they were kept in. It
Brilliant.
seems that everyone
Much
looks
prefer to start
Rock and
with
roll.
Boomy.
Yep.
Let's
And
get rock and
he
roll.
looks up and he gives Rock a little tap on the flank and continues walking with the cart and leads you further away from Bart's tower, down a small row of houses that you would have been able to see when you were coming into town because of the quite low walls. Houses sprawled out either side, and you head down toward the coast. You sort of feel the sea air, bit of the spray coming up a little bit closer, and you get to a house that looks not unlike most of the other houses here, and it's a sort of a stone, a little bit lighter than he is, so he's silhouette slightly against the stone. There's a thatched roof, but very tightly bound, very, very well kept. But doesn't seem all that big. It's a single story. And he puts his hand up against it, unlocks it with his own key, and pushes open the door. And steps in. And as you see him step in, he gets shorter and shorter and shorter as he steps down into the house.
Wait, how small is this house?
I would say it looks like it's only about 30 to 40 feet across, and the same deep.
Oh.
So, and yeah, you can follow in if you want to follow in. You walk in, and where you put your foot across the mantle, you find dirt. And the outsides of this very well kept house give way to an opening that you can see caverning down underground. And there are roots, there are woods sort of coming in from the ground there. There's a gentle step down made of earth and wood chippings, and as you follow the pathway down, it opens up into quite a large cavern. And Boomy's just taking easy strides down. Some of you smaller folk may have to sort of walk along the step and then jump down, and then walk along the step and then jump down.
How demeaning.
You'd be able to glide down,
Fuck you.
full style
So-
in it.
Harkel.
Yeah.
Just to jump down.
Harkel has to jump down, yes.
Don't look at me.
I watch you.
You see little clusters of...
I don't glide down. I walk with Harko.
you walk with Harkel.
Yay.
Noted.
It's so cute.
Solidarity.
You walk through patches of moss. It seems very, very healthy. There are small groves of what appear to be blue glowing toadstools that spiral up in all weird ways and emanate sort of a soft blue glow. You come across some other... a small yellow flower that seems to be making a humming noise. Hayden, you'd know these as chorus plants. And they're sort of creating this sort of soft melody with each other as you come near them, and as you walk away, you lose the sound again. And ahead of you, you see quite a modest living quarters, but a very lush, comfortable one. There's 2 hammocks that sit above sort of a rock pool at the bottom. It's quite shallow, you can see the bottom. And if it weren't for the fact that you kind of knew there was water there, it's so clear that you could guess that there's nothing in that pool at all. There's a slight refraction of light coming in over the water. A training dummy up the back with a bunch of arrows stuck into it, and a selection of bows stacked up along the side of the house. And a lot of bugs. A lot
Hell
of bugs.
yeah.
They flit and fleet around. There are some, when you keep your eye steady, that are a little bit larger and aren't moving. There's a lot of smaller ones that are just having fun. Yeah, this is an alive little homestead.
When one goes across my vision, I try to catch one.
You try to catch it?
Yeah.
Okay. You reach out. It's fairly easy to catch. It sort of hovers in front of you. It's not afraid. Doesn't really care what's going on.
Oh.
It's sort of got the wings of a dragonfly. It's bright red, but it has very, very long legs that sort of
Cool.
fall down underneath it, kind of like a spider's legs. And it's got 8 of them. And it sort of falls down onto you, and then its legs kind of wrap around your claw, and then it sort of readjusts itself and looks up at you. And then...
I'm going to put this majestic little creature in my tiny little bag.
Cool, you kind of try and stuff it in there, making sure the wing doesn't get too damaged.
Oh,
Yeah, I'd be
cute.
careful.
Yeah, you be
Yeah,
careful.
it's
Cool.
okay.
And there's other ones, should you take the time.
I feel like we need to get you a
Bigger
more
pouch.
appropriate pouch for all your
Or less
little
bugs.
friends.
I mean, they like it in there. It's,
Maybe see if we can get something made up that's more spacious inside.
and they're really
Nice
they're
place,
like a
Dad.
bigger one.
Thanks.
How long have you been here?
Coming on 10 years.
Wow.
Me and Barty go way back, and so long as I don't build stone circles in his town, he lets me stay here from time to time. All passage he has to be aware of, so it's a bit harder to get to this spot, but I got stuck here when the Cabal decided to surround us, but left us alone. I don't really know why. I don't know, I've heard a lot of stuff happened up at South Sage. Where are you coming from?
South Sage.
Shit, you fight?
Yeah.
Nice. Kill any buggers?
Yeah, heaps.
Nice.
Yeah, double dagger.
Nice.
Yeah.
Looking really, like every time she says something new, his chest puffs out a little bit more.
Cute.
Like the stone kind of flexes and little crumbly bits come out.
Who ambushed you? Like, north or south?
I was in the bottom of the tower.
What?
And it was,
Of Bart's Tower.
yeah. So, that hammock over there, and he points to one of the 2 hammocks, that's his. We have a catch up once a week, and he didn't make it. So I asked around, knocked on the door a few times, and after I went back the second time, got in, got ambushed. We both had too many there, and those Gith fella, mate, it was about 1v6.
How much do you know about these gifts?
Well, and as you asked that question, Bartholomew's made his way over, and he's pushed open the door at the top, and he starts to walk down. Nothing really. I mean, I've never fought them before. I've never seen them before. They're not from here. And Bart comes down. I'm guessing you're talking about the green bastards.
Wait, so they live together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Daddy.
Yeah,
Daddy.
the green bastards.
And he walks over and pulls up a really nice stump that looks like it's been sort of crafted somehow magically out of a huge trunk of a tree. Pulls it over and sits down. Brings his cat out. Salty comes popping back up out of the book, and he brings the book over and pushes Salty aside to the edge of the book. Starts reading through for a second. Takes about a minute, just carefully reading. But the Boomy doesn't say too much.
While he's doing that, I go back to Boomy. Like, were they north or south kobolds?
Oh, what's a North Cobalt?
Green.
Oh, south.
The
They're
south.
red, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not like you.
I'm gonna go over to one of the hammocks and lie down in the hammock.
For sure, you've earned it. Tamara wanders over and finds himself a hammock. Roll a dexterity check for getting into a hammock as a blind person.
Oh no.
Yep.
Because I find them hard to get into as someone who can see.
I got
Actually, saving throw. Add all your modifiers, if you have any.
Like, add my proficiency bonus?
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay. And so, a dex
Yeah.
check?
Dex
Yeah.
saving throw.
Alright, well, 10 then.
Yeah, 10. It's fine.
Like,
You get in, it rocks.
Getting into hammocks.
Rocks a little
from being
bit.
on a ship. A lot of them put the hammocks on the deck.
Rocks a little bit. It's warm, but it breathes really easily, so it's very comfortable.
Nice.
Uh,
I'm gonna kick back and rest while everyone's chatting away.
As you do for the minute,
Mhm.
you feel a slight pull
Mhm.
from the red gem. Nothing too sinister. Just it's sort of, you can feel that there's something happening with you now knowing that it holds the essence of something pretty serious. You think that maybe this is just, it feels like a movement of some sort. Doesn't seem, it just hasn't happened recently, that's all.
Can I insight check Boomy and Bartholomew's relationship?
Status.
I'd like you, if you're going to do that, I'd like you to roll an insight check and also to roll an investigation check for checking the room for cohabitation.
Okay. Okay, I don't know where my... Okay, I'll do two. Okay. So first is insight. 12.
Okay, good to know.
And the other one is... What's the other one?
Investigation.
Investigation. 14.
14. For investigation, you look around and you don't see a lot of clothing. You don't see a lot of books. You don't see a lot of things that maybe Bartholomew would need or want. There seems to be 2 hammocks, but there is a single bed up in the back left corner. It's big, but so is he. As far as their relationship is concerned, they look very, very comfortable with each other. But
I
you
approve.
you don't sense any. There's been no lingering looking or touching or anything of the sort so far.
Emily
Just
really
dudes
wants
being
them to
dudes.
plant a fireplace.
Well, it'd be normal. It'd be normal in elf culture.
Yeah.
I'm just checking.
You ship what you want to ship, mate.
Just seeing why he left your mum, that's all.
Wow.
Well,
Radio.
What's happening? Cool.
So, Bartholomew eventually. Yeah, I was sorry. I've been trying to find an origin, but the Geth, you know the Geth,
We know the Gith.
they have no origin. They exist between realms,
They
not
must
in
have an
them.
origin of some sort.
The Geth are
Everyone's
very
creation.
closely tied with the aberration of the Illithid and the Mind Flayer. Do you know of these? You would have no clue.
I got no clue.
You would have no clue. You
roll for it?
You roll a history check with
Yeah.
advantage. Absolutely advantage.
Okay.
Tamara
Some
and Hayden,
knowledge.
no clue.
Oh, nat 20.
Nat 20.
Hey.
I was waiting for this one to finish rolling, and this one just...
From a place that you spent a lot of
Oh.
time
yeah, plus
with, the Illithid are known and or often studied and even sometimes captured, however they can be, for study,
right.
for their
For methods and
immense
things.
mental powers.
Yeah.
The Gith, you have only ever seen them as servants of the Illithid.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You may have seen them once or twice on any sort of escapades, adventures that you may have been part of.
I relay this.
You relay that to the party. No worries. Good to know. That makes wings way easier for me. Yeah, so they fly. Their ships are immense. And they fly. And they never land. And I think they're here. The Gith, the Illithid. Have you had rumblings Have you had things you can't explain in the water?
Have you seen
In
the
the
thing
air.
in the sky?
What do you think I'm looking for? And he recounts a few stories of similar rumblings and happenings of thunder type instances where he is guessing that that is the sound of an illithid ship, a supposedly flying ship entering the prime material plane.
Shit.
And Boomy turns to Bartholomew. Mate, I've been dreaming, and when I dream, it's real. I told you about these bloody tunnels. You didn't listen to me. Now you got to listen to me, and it's about her. It points to you.
I was like off in the kitchen trying to find food.
Meat cracker.
Yeah, mid mouthful.
Yeah, like any parent, he doesn't care that you're going through the kitchen when you get there for the first time. I've been talked to in my dreams. Someone, I don't know, she's lovely. She's super nice. She feels like, I don't know, I don't want to say a god, but she sounds really nice. And she told me to look for something. She told me to look for a cradle of life, like a stone, a white stone, and that you could help. Do you know what a cradle of life is? Bartholomew, whilst he's talking, starts opening his book again and flipping through the book. You watch the words on the book, they disappear and they reappear again, and new writing and often new languages come into view. He just looks at you.
Cradle of life.
Yeah, and this is what Prozag mentioned to you when he was discussing the three stones.
We'll
the
get
white
back.
stone was referred to as the cradle of life.
Why was Virabeth trying to capture you, Bartholomew? What does she want with you?
And he sort of looks quickly up from his book. She doesn't want me. She
What
wants
does she
the
want?
town.
She wants a town.
Why does she want the town?
Oh, I'm sorry. Illithid, mind flayers, Gith, they live underground. And they want tunnels. They want to usurp. They're sappers. They want to invade from the sky and the ground. So they fly, they land, they find some way to get into town quietly. The Gith, they're the workers. They dig, and they use whatever creatures they can find to dig, and then they establish their dominance from their tunnels. As far as I can tell, I've heard of tunnels being opened as far north as Traverse Age. And I decoded a scroll. It had a message written in some language that it attacked brains and it confused me, but I saw through it. It was just instructions on tunneling, on where to go next. And the new batches, that's the word, batches. They arrive in batches.
They're using kobolds to dig.
How do you know?
Goes back to reading.
It's. I know these tunnels. I know the way that they're made, and they're made well. And if your dad saw kobolds, then that's probably what they were down there for. And there's a lot of us.
Feeling a little uncomfortable being this far underground now with this knowledge.
Boomy walks up to the side of the out of side of the room. Don't worry, mate. Boom, and puts his hand against. You see a shimmer follow all the way along, sort of a darkened brown. Mate, you're the safest place in this town right now.
I'll take your word for it. It's like to be able to spread my wings, you know.
What are you?
That's up for you to decide.
I'm just
Well,
going to
he's
say you're a
dead.
fucking legend. There was some nice work in the cave back there.
I'll take it.
Nice. And goes to sit back down next to Barty. Barty continues flicking through the book.
I'm going to get out my bedroll and make myself like a bedroll spot on the ground where I'm
Yep.
not touching anything.
What time is it?
It's Void
Good
Moon
question. Thank you, huh?
Eve. It's Void Moon Eve still.
It is Void Moon Eve. It is getting dark. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna say it's dusk. Because Fuzzbrain 3 weeks and encounter.
Yeah.
So there you go. Happy for you guys to edit that as you see fit. Bartholomew continues reading, finishes up, and calls out to Boomy, Petrilius. And Boomy's like, wanders over to the kitchen and gets out a small vial, tiny vial, with a tiny little cork in the top, and brings it over to Bartholomew, and brings it out, and there's a small sort of dropper on the end. There's a cylinder that drops down into the vial, and he pulls it out, and as he holds the dripper, about every 5 seconds a little drop comes out, and he holds it there. Bartholomew's reading, and then he turns like that, and Boomy drops a little droplet into his mouth, and
Into his mouth or into Bart?
into Bartholomew's mouth.
Okay.
And Bartholomew
Definitely a couple. Go on.
shivers back. Anway,
Huh?
you may know what this is, maybe, and you may know what
Do I
this
want to
is.
do a checky check?
Do a history check for me.
haven't been paying attention because I've been writing a letter,
All good.
It's
Which
a-
letter? You're writing a
which
letter.
I want to sleight of hand over to Damara.
Insight?
Please roll your sleight of hand check, insight check here.
It's a 19.
In the
19?
moment that everyone's distracted.
Petralius is a
17.
form of wine
Bird can read it.
that you would have known about, drunk
It's
by
like,
a lot of the high ups.
okay.
It's said that a single drop holds more complexity than 100 glasses of pauper's wine, and one drop is enough to savour the palate of a wine drinker for about half an hour.
Ooh.
Wow.
Uh,
I got dirty 20.
My eyes.
Dirty 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anyone's paying attention. You've wandered over to the hammock.
This wine.
No one gives
My
a shit.
eyes light up, and I say, "May I please have some?
Oh!
I've been having a craving for weeks."
Mate, yes, laybacks, let's go. And
I'll drop it for myself.
oh, okay, as you wish, and hands it over.
I try not to touch his hand.
As he hands you the vial, he's holding the bottom. As far as you can tell, he's being very respectful, like very.
Oh, so like my high elf practice? Like he's-
Yes, almost. Not like you would be used to, but he is not handing you a vial. He is presenting you a vial.
I like him.
So
He
something.
does the past.
If you had noticed this, you may know that because of your heritage, he's done everything in his power to learn about elves and about their kind.
Yeah, I'm trying to fit in.
And so much so that he's very, very interested in the high elf race as well as the woodland elves.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy boy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send an awakened mind message back to Nyx saying, I agree. And I'll send an awakened mind message to everyone saying, the less said about the cradle, the better.
Cool. Alright.
So we're going to kick back and drink some wine?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, so yeah, Bartholomew is still moving through at the mention of the Cradle of Life, his book. He's not stopped. And Boomy
Are we all ignoring him for the wine?
Boomy chills, maybe wanders over and gets the bow out and brings you over for some target practice as well.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
I can have conversations while having a short rest. Yes?
Yes, absolutely.
And this Pepper fellow, Autumnal lady. Sorry.
Being.
We, yes, we don't know her gender identity, but
We also don't know what she is.
Oh, she's an
encountered
Eladrin.
The
You know
Eladrin.
them. Surely.
We encountered her the other day, and she seemed very strange. What do you know of her and this guild she's a part of?
Oh. She came recruiting. She came looking, you know? Like, she seems like she doesn't need the help, but, mate, they've got a thorn in their side as big as my thumb, and they want to fight. Their visage is friendly, but they're not friendly. They want to fight. You can tell, can't you? You know.
Definitely a strange energy about her.
So, this guild, the Guild of Light, right? Yeah, they've got these orbs in their chest. I've seen two. There was this lovely lady up in South Stage who was a passing
Yanagar.
acquaintance.
You
And-
knew her.
Sort of looks at you. Yeah.
We
not
knew
well.
her well.
Well.
Ourselves.
Very well.
And senses a sadness on your face, and his shoulders drop a bit. She was kind.
As she was.
But she changed. That orb. I don't know. You knew her better, but it looked like it was some duty to carry it, or like, I don't know, like she was being forced to, held at ransom. I don't know. It didn't
Something
seem
like
like
that.
something she'd do, right?
Correct.
How did she die?
She had her, was it Celestine, reached into her chest and I'm guessing pulled the orb out shortly before the few days of darkness that we experienced.
Barty stops reading and looks up. Celestine.
Yes.
I knew that.
And how did you know that?
I reached out for the sun, and there was nothing there, you know? Like, she had gone. And then the guild came back, and the sun. A lot of my magic, you work with the sun, and it's changed. It feels different. Celestine doesn't care for the sun anymore. This guild does. I don't know.
Do you
Like-
think there's a chance that the guild may have somehow corrupted or gained control over Celestine?
From what I'd been able to look up, Celestine split from the gods for a long period of time. She came down and she gifted some of her power away. She wanted everyone to be free of who she was, but she was a god. She didn't want there to be gods, but by the time she realized that people with power corrupt and become the worst kind of god, it was too late. My guess was she was rampaging through the cosmos, trying to find these orbs that link her power and destroy them, but she gave too much away. And in the end, the guild won.
And so you think her power was given up to the guild? Could it have been to Pepper in particular?
Oh, I don't think Pepper's the apex of this peak, but all the facts point that way. Celestine losing control, and the guild rising to power, naming Light as their champion. Sounds like
Too
a close.
convenient.
Have you heard anything of Grab?
Wish I had. But Tibbles would know more about that.
Tibbles.
You've heard the word Tibbles before. You've heard the name.
Yeah.
Tipples.
Tibbles.
Oh, Tibbles.
Where do we find this Tibbles?
And Boomy. Tibbles, yeah. She said Tibbles had the answer with Hayton. And he's referring to his dream that he had. The Cradle of Life, Tibbles, he knows something about the Cradle of Life. And you need to be there. Or maybe you don't need to be there.
That's
and you
sus.
shouldn't. Yeah, bloody sus. Yeah, and Bartholomew again goes back to his book, starts reading, trying to find something more out. Yeah, I think it must be all about their cradle. It must be all about Tibble's connection to you. Or I don't know. Have you met
Me?
Tibble?
No. Have I? No.
No, and I don't think any of you would have done. You may have been to Whiteprint at some point.
Yeah.
Which is where you're all headed.
Correct.
However, you have not heard of Tibble's Ratchet.
Yeah.
Which is the name you were given to by Prozac.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. He's not here. He's in Whiteprint.
Mm-hmm.
He,
Yeah.
she, them.
I could probably get you there. You going to Whiteprint?
Yeah.
I got a stone circle just near Cleardrift. It goes all the way to Whiteprint.
That's
You want to ride?
How long will that take?
Well, it's instant. But we have to get to Cleardrift.
That's what I mean.
So, knowing what you know of the area, Cleardrift is to the left-hand side. Oh, I'll close this and maybe bring it up a little bit for you. Maybe that closes. So Cleardrift is directly south, but there is a fairly fairly rocky outcropping out towards the ocean with many peaks and what have you that jut out into the ocean. So the trail goes wide, so you'd have to go through Serpent's Neck and the Crossroads. However, Whiteprint is a hell of a lot longer distance than just down to Cleardrift.
But is it not the eve of the moon that you told me not to go out in? The moon?
Yes.
Yeah, not tonight, guys.
Yeah. First thing in the morning.
Yeah.
What about Rock?
What about Rock?
Can the horse and carriage come?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's a big circle, mate.
Okay.
Does it look like I make small circles?
Nah.
Shit, you gone soft. Yeah,
She's actually quite hard.
To get along
and
with.
she
I don't say
he drops
that.
his shoulders a bit and looks at her and yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I've got all this for you guys. So Bartholomew, on reading the book and talking about the things you've already talked about, reiterates the story of a hive mind behind the Illithid and the Gith, and the way that they attack or move in on new territory is to usurp and become sappers underground.
Does the hive mind remind me of Faintman at all?
Not at all.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Because the way that he describes it, there are oppressors and there are clear people in control, and it is all done via strength, via death, fear. They view every form of life that is not themselves dirt, and their sole purpose is to essentially remove everyone from the prime plane.
Yeah.
The prime plane is viewed by many other planes as the utopia of planes, and it is banned from both negative and positive sides from having too much interference on the prime plane. So anyone who manages to get like a really good stable grasp on the prime holds the key to eternity, essentially. It is the pivot of the entire universe. And he relays this kind of information to you in addition to the mind flare information, and backs up Boomy's chatting about the Guild of Light and the way they are connected. Seems to be via even maybe some of the same kind of magic. You're not quite sure how these orbs work. You've seen them a couple of times now. But it seems to be that, from what Boomy and Bartholomew have been able to tell you, they are looking for the same kind of connection, but between mortals. Between the mortal races of the Prime Plane in its current existence.
Wonder what the retreat is.
Boomy, these stone circles that you have set up, whereabouts do you have stone circles, stone circle axes?
Mate, I got one in the Whispering Woods on the borders there. I got one up at the Northern Arena. One in White Print, one in Clear Drift. I don't know. I generally trek most of the rest of the way. I keep to these areas. I don't go too far north.
Do I know where the Northern Arena is?
The Northern Arena is north of the Whispering Woods. I don't have it on this map. It does exist though. God, I can't bring it up.
Like near the actual the cradle.
It's just below and to the left of the cradle. Sits directly between the Deciduous Forest and the Whispering Woods.
Okay.
And it's known fairly well, actually, by most races as a gladiatorial arena.
Ooh.
If you don't go north, how have you met a high elf?
Huh. They're looking for you. You didn't know that?
No.
Huh. What have you seen recently? You seen the mist?
Yes.
Yeah, that's them.
Well, I know that, but it's going the different way.
What do you mean?
It's going to the woods.
No. The mist surrounded us. It was all around Cleardrift. Oh, sorry, South Peak. Surely you would have seen it if you were nearby town last night.
Where were we last night?
You were in an encounter with a Gith, and you remember the mist covering your encampment.
Oh, yeah.
And piecing that together, you maybe guess that is the mist that he's talking about, and it may be the same or different mist from that which has been talked about as what has replaced the Shimmer Lake.
We have to go to Cleardrift.
So we're going, isn't it?
Yeah, we do. Everyone seems to be going south. Love it. Good sea spray.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those boys out at
I'm gonna have
Cleardrift,
another
they
drop
rip
of
them kill
wine.
away.
Oh, I'm excited for a swim.
Yeah.
A stretch and a
Does-
drop of wine will do it.
Does Broomy know about our diamond?
Which one?
The one that Damara has?
No.
He hasn't seen it, doesn't know about it. He has spotted your necklace, though, and sort of taken notice of it. The one that Willow gave you.
I gave that up.
Oh, you gave it up.
to Anway.
I'm wearing
when
it. Oh,
she
you're
was,
wearing it.
when she was reading the
Well, then
lines.
the respect which he showed you would have been even more heightened because he seemed to know what it was. Yeah.
I should identify that.
Is there any kind of fireplace, chimney, or anything?
Yeah, there's a pit. There is a pit down in
pit.
between the hammocks and where the clear water is. There seems to be sort of a built-up pit there of stone.
Boomy, you mind if I get some warmth going?
Mate, this house is your house. You take your time.
Light the fire and throw my dagger in it.
Nice. Sorry, just 1 second.
Oh, yes, no worries.
You throw the dagger in, and the flames sort of die down for a little bit, as if the dagger's kind of taking them, like it's kind of consuming them. And then the flames reach back up again. You see.
So we
Sorry,
got the 3.
You've got
Yeah.
You got 3.
Yeah.
You feel the same rush, like water rushing through your body,
yeah.
and it moves through you, and you can feel you lighten a bit. The dagger lightens a bit. If you were to go and grab it again, it's not hot to touch again. I mean, it's not cold, but it doesn't feel like it's melting your hand at all.
Yeah.
And you're wondering, did I do okay? Did I do okay?
Yeah. Did
And you look up around the
the
room,
right thing.
and there
Get
is
the right guys.
there is a dwarf standing, barely visible, over near Bartholomew,
Yeah.
just kind of looking at the ground and a little bit dazed, and looks around, looks up, sees you. There's a slight moment of fear, and then it relaxes, and a lot of appreciation comes forth from this dwarf. You see them put their hands together like this. You can't tell whether it's a male or female. It's just a dwarf, and does this into nothing, and a spear erupts either side of its hands. It's now clad in very heavy armor, big, thick iron helmet that comes down under its chin, big wings coming off of its pauldrons. Walks over towards Hayton. Hayton's just mucking around with her dad. And you watch as this dwarf walks over to where Hayton is, turns around, and stands beside Hayton, and jams the spear into the ground again and just stares directly ahead. Just stands there for a bit, just watches you, turns his head to Hayton, and then disappears.
Do we see that?
You do not see that.
Do I see him looking at me?
I'm going to say no. You have got your father in the room, and he's just looking around. Unless you were really stunned, I'd say your visage is pretty unchanged generally when you've got emotion showing, just based on your past and the way you're able to,
Conceal.
Sorry, just to clarify, in these moments, if you desperately want to make an insight check, I'm going to let you, but it's up to you whether or not you want to make an insight check or a perception check, more or less, to see if he's looking at you. But this isn't me saying you're not allowed to check.
Okay.
I'm just trying to give you enough information to,
Yeah.
And it's just the one that shows up.
It's just the one that shows up. Yes, just that's it.
I take it out of the fire and
Feels
put it out before it smokes out the room.
Yeah. It feels warm. It feels the same as it did. There's no change, positive or negative. So you're welcome to stay here for the night.
Then it will be void.
It will be a void moon in the night. Yes.
In the night tonight.
Yes.
Oh, we're staying here.
Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to do for the night? Yes. Sorry.
No,
cut
it's
you off
okay.
before.
If we're bedding down, then I take 2 rags out of my bag. I dip them in the pool, rinse them out, and then I go over to Arnway, and I give you one, and I say, you should really wash that off your clothes. It's gonna scar if you don't. Even with the magic, it's
The
gonna
acid
scar.
from the dragon.
Oh, yes. Yes, I do. And I have soap and perfume. And I give myself a good soap. And then I pass the soap to you and say, you could use that
What is it?
to clean yourself.
Oh, okay. I use it. Are you okay? You passed out, and you almost got eaten by a dragon. And I remember you saying that you'd never really come to fight in your life before. I imagine that was jarring.
It was very scary. Yeah. But I will continue on should I die, so I'm trying to hold on to that.
Well, the fact that you're scared and you keep going, it shows a testament to your courage.
Will
so.
I need to heal you?
Yeah, but it's only if you want to.
Will I have to go where the cradle goes? And you're kind of a deal with it,
Yes,
but you are adequate.
thanks. I'm sure that was really difficult for you.
It will.
Yep.
The soap will help.
Yeah, it smells interesting. And yeah, and your bedding is adequate.
Thank you. I've never stayed in a house like this before. And I crinkle my nose up.
In a den,
Is that what this is?
I suppose. That's what I would call it.
Very tribal.
Yeah.
A den.
Yes. Do you have a problem with it?
No?
No? Yeah, you seem pretty comfortable.
I've made a nest.
You have made a nest. Pretty poorly, but you know, it's adequate.
Your nest could be next to my nest if you'd like it to be.
I dig a nest next to Anway. And I look at her the entire time. I make it pristine, just so she can't say anything about it.
What's the female equivalent of dick measuring?
It's nest building.
It's nest building. There you go.
Straight up.
Coined here, 2019. Okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I've never fought a dragon before, but I'm no stranger to this kind of battle. It's easier with other people around.
You are a better lizard than what I have read of.
Look, you've been saying this for a while, but I'm not a lizard. I'm not a lizard folk. I'm a dragon folk. I'm a kobold.
But you're a very small dragon.
Yes.
But I just saw a dragon.
Yes. I have draconic ancestry. I'm not a lizard. There's two different things. Look, they're two different things. You seemed surprised that your people were coming to look for you.
Well, we've never left home.
Yeah. How is a mist your people?
It protects us.
Is that what was on top of the lake?
Well, you'll see them soon enough.
Do they all look like you?
No. We're not all the same.
Really? So they look a little bit more different from Hayton then.
Do they? How similar to a high elf does she look when she's in her elf form?
Exactly the same.
Which is in an elf form.
They all
What elves have a slightly stronger frame
Oh, no.
and darker skin?
Filthy.
They're a lot more dexterous, a lot more nimble on their feet. But,
They're clumsy. Slow.
I'm short.
You're short for your
I'm
people.
short, yes.
Oh.
How unfortunate.
Not as short as you, but as short.
Oh, you've been listening. This is a bit personal, but how old are you?
Well, I'm very young. In human years, I'm 22.
But I'm not a human, so I don't know what that means.
Well, I'm 125, which is a youth. But I've still got good skin.
That's a child for your race.
Yes. How old are you?
I'm 10. I'm an adult from my... What? Look, I know it's a difference, but I'm an adult from my race. You would be dead if you were a kobold.
I suddenly think she's really cute. And
Don't
I
patronize me.
pat her on the head.
Don't patronize me.
Okay, well, you go to sleep, you small dragon.
Yep, and you go to sleep, you small elf. A bit down.
Okay. No one has anything else?
I'm gonna speak to my dad in like private.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Wander over back towards some of the
I'm gonna spray you with perfume.
True.
chorus
Goes to
flowers.
sleep.
She sneezes.
Yeah.
So, why? What? You left? You just? I mean, where'd you go?
I just left, went straight to South Sage, went to the markets. It was a spur of the moment kind of thing. I knew that,
Holiday.
yeah, kind of like a holiday.
Oh, I can understand trying to have a holiday from those folk.
I'm torn if I want to go back home because, you know, being 18, grandfather and all that.
Yeah.
So I wanted to see what else is out there, not really leaving the Whispering Woods.
Listen, I didn't want to say this in front of the others, but the girl I was speaking to, she didn't just seem like a god. She just seemed, I don't know, she seemed to know you. She said she's spoken to you before. I don't really understand that, and I don't presume to know who you've known. Your life has always been your own, but she seemed very close to you in some way or another, either by watching
Yeah,
or living.
I think watching. I've spoken to her in my dreams too. She's the one that gave me the courage to leave home.
You know who it is?
Hmm?
Do you know who it is?
Trinks.
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 The god.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah, I haven't seen her, but she's definitely come to me in my dreams.
And he sort of double checks to make sure none of you are listening. Are you? Good. Yeah.
I
No,
do
you're
have-
no, you're talking. You're
I do have
talking here.
big
You
ears.
interacted in this conversation.
I thought I'd finished.
Then we were finished.
No, this is all happening at the same. It's not happening at the same time.
Oh.
I generally just
Ah.
assume things are all happening at the
Sorry.
same time, just because I'm taking different times to talk to you. I don't want you to have things out of turn.
If she's walked off for a quiet word, my attention would be here, so I haven't heard. I wouldn't be listening to this then.
Okay. Well,
You
he'd probably
eavesdropper?
spot you
I'm not.
and bring
I'm
you
not
closer to the
Up on the wall.
to the chorus
make a
plants, but make a perception check.
21.
Yeah, no, sorry.
I'm sorry.
She had your face. It was you talking to me.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's creepy.
yeah, right.
I don't know how to explain that.
It wasn't your voice, but it was your face. And you were glowing, girl. On the brightest day, you were glowing brighter than that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That kind of
So-
scares me. I don't know what that means.
Well, I mean, these folks seem interested at least, and you're on a path of some kind of answer.
Yeah.
I think we just talked to Tibble, right? I mean, I don't know who Tibble is.
Yeah.
But-
I'm sorry that grandfather put that, trap on the outside of the woods.
Mate, I've been around worse traps than that.
Yeah.
And to be honest, this made me work harder. There's not a lot of work I wouldn't go through to catch up with you, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, nice try, but I don't think he really understands that bond very well. Anyway,
I don't know if they're looking for me, or I don't know if he's sent anyone out, but I haven't felt anything.
the last I heard, there were some scouts on the eastern parts of the woods near Vedadal, but most of their concentration has been north side, shoring up the defences.
Right.
I mean, everything we've heard of the dissident forest is... Mate, that's bad news. Sus. Big sus.
Real sus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, well I might hit the hay.
Yeah. Yeah. These guys treating you alright?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're
Sort of
good.
Sort of takes a look over each of you and... Yeah, right.
Yeah, I trust him.
Yeah. Good. Gives you like a big, massive fist into your chest. Just nice little bump. Beds down.
I am gonna have a fourth drop before I go to sleep.
A fourth drop.
Yeah.
Have you had fourth?
I've had. This will be my fourth.
Roll a Constitution saving throw. Roll 2, actually.
6 and 1.
6 and 1.
Yep.
You... Is it a natural one?
Yeah.
You
Oh wait,
can-
it's Constitution. I didn't add.
Yeah, saving throw. But you rolled a natural 1, yeah?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. You're having trouble moving. You are very happy. You're also feeling very truthful. And if any more so than you usually would be. But as you bed down for the night, the room is spinning. Everything is quite lovely. The moss feels fucking great. And you're very happy to be alive. That acid doesn't seem to feel like anything anymore. Yeah.
Is Alma just singing a really drunk tune to herself?
She may be humming, yeah. She doesn't have a lot of control over what she does right now. She's just very happy, very relaxed, and not very
Chill.
easily moved.
I whispered a hark elf. I'm not a very pretty elf. and then I continue to hum.
I am going to go sleep on the roof.
Sleep on the roof. Outside.
Outside.
On the thatched roof.
I don't like being
Underground.
underground, especially when I'm sleeping.
But it's a
Are
void.
you sure? You are going to sleep outside during a void moon. I'm happy for you to, but I will be rolling for it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sleep outside.
Okay.
Unless anyone's going to stop me. But I would just
He
quietly
would probably
leave.
be able to get out without any of you noticing, especially if you were bedding down first, waiting for everyone. And then...
Like, if I saw him leave, I would
Uh,
get him to leave, but not leave.
Important note: Bartholomew left.
Bart left.
I'm very sorry. Were you listening?
Yes, Bartholomew left.
Yeah.
You're very sorry.
I'm very sorry.
Oh, big bird.
You head out into the night, and the thatched roof. It is beautifully bound. Like, there's obviously someone who works these houses. As you look across, the houses are all very well thatched down. There's huge wooden planks that strut all the important aspects of the roof. And you bed down for the night. The moon does not come out, and it is dark. It's impenetrably dark. Even the lanterns seem to have a decreased reach on the light around the streets. And you look up and you can't discern sky from land. You can still hear the crash of the ocean.
That's so creepy.
The fog around you gets a little bit denser and becomes a little bit constricting, to the point where it's almost a little bit hard to breathe. Gets a little bit denser. You feel a slight breeze move you to the left, move you to the right. Just like no more than like a breeze in a tree would, but you didn't feel any air before this strong, and it's blowing both directions. So not just in from the ocean, but also back out again.
Make a perception check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll with disadvantage.
8.
8. It's dark.
I head inside.
Yeah, keep trying.
Just outside.
As you try to move, you find it very difficult to move through the air, to the point where it starts to slow you down, and you feel a grasp around one of your feathers constrict it. You watch as your feather dampens and moves down and around as something clasps around it and holds it in place.
Say something.
I had only sort of laid down for a short rest and come to and take note of who's in the room.
Yeah. So you look
Notice
around
that
and
Nix isn't
you don't
around
see Nick there
anywhere.
Yep.
So I just get up and start looking around the room to see where he's gone.
Yep. So you're looking around the room. Nix, you start to feel your other feather be pulled, and it's essentially prostrating you. You feel
When you say feather, do you mean like my wings?
wing?
or-
So
yeah.
your other wing. You feel your other wing being turned back and pushing you down, and with your wings being held out behind you as if you are being prostrated and knelt down. As you look up,
I don't fight it.
you see another gust of air arrive, and it starts to form into some sort of figure. You can't really tell what it is, but its hand comes down and reaches towards you and then goes up underneath your throat and starts to clasp down on your windpipe.
Great.
Love it. Love that for you.
Do I still have enough air to get out the talk?
You can try talking, yeah?
What are you here for?
Nothing. Just, it's a steady grasp. It's not getting tighter, but you cannot breathe.
I've already died once. I'm not afraid to do it again.
That's about as much air as you can get out, and it just holds you there. And holds you there.
I'm increasingly confused as to where Nix could have possibly gone.
I'd say 20 seconds, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because there's not a lot of room down there. So I'll sort of start heading up the stairs, looking to see if it's like perched on a root on a wall or something like that.
Did I have a short rest?
Tamara drunkenly up the
You didn't.
stairs.
Probably shouldn't walk.
No, you didn't have time.
fine.
Short rest is 4 hours.
I'm fine.
You don't look fine.
Definitely.
Short rest.
Is a short rest
Isn't it
for
only like an hour?
For you, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I
Let
can't
me.
tell because I'm an elf. My short rest.
I will double check
are
your
2
stats
hours.
just to make sure, seeing as this is kind of a freaking important point.
I'm going to follow Damara up drunkenly up the stairs because I want to help. Wait for me.
But I'm not doing very well. I got up like one stair and I'm like, oh, it's okay. And then I'm falling asleep on the stairs.
At least 1 hour long.
At least 1 hour?
Yeah.
Okay.
Please don't die.
We definitely had a short rest.
Okay, I'm going to say you had a short rest. 40 seconds. You know you've got a little bit of breath left. You know it's going to be just over a minute maybe before you start to have trouble keeping yourself conscious.
I catch on fire.
Yeah, you catch on fire.
Yeah.
The flames light up around you
Yeah.
and down towards the thatch on the top of the roof.
Oh no.
The light does not penetrate as much as you think it should. It really does. Like the light moves out maybe 10 feet, maybe,
Interesting.
and around you see wisps of smoke.
Yeah.
You see, based on your history, you may know what these could be. There's lots of things they could be, and I'm not going to say what they are, but they appear to be formed of some kind of smoke or air.
Mm-hmm.
They do not seem to be reacting to you in any way. They are just holding you
Okay.
and killing you.
Alright.
I can hear the sound of the thatched roof.
You hear the
crackling.
You hear the fire go up at about 50 seconds in. Yep.
And all of a sudden, turn back to Anway. I'm like, quickly, come with me. And I start hurrying up the stairs to see what's going on up there.
Yeah, so you pad up the mossed and wood chipped stairs back up toward the door. The door is closed. You open it without problem.
Thaumaturgy on the way up.
Yeah. So, assuming you open it loud enough, I'm going to say that it wakes everyone else in the room.
Wait, I'm gonna cast. Can I do it? Can I do it? I can do it! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna cast Jules' Desperate Plea.
You're going to cast Jules on who?
On Nix.
Can you see him? Where have you gone right now?
Looking for Nix.
You're looking for Nix? So it needs to be someone that you can see?
It doesn't say C. Once per long rest, the string skill allow the caster to scream a target's name. If the target is willing, the caster may choose to teleport the creature.
Okay, so it doesn't say you need to see it?
No.
You have not. You haven't taken any damage.
Cool.
They're not squeezing hard enough to break.
Cool.
It
They're
says
just
within 60
closing
feet.
up your windpipe.
I'm chilling.
Within 60 feet. So you
Yeah.
cast Jules Desperate
And I don't
Plea.
need to
Famous.
see
Just
it.
another Tuesday.
And I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna
another
drunkenly be
Friday.
like, Nix!
Because you rolled a natural one on your con. Fuck. Oh, I'll let it slide because this is, yeah. So through, as your consciousness starts to fringe on the edge of not making many choices, you hear
I'll accept my fate.
Anway scream your name.
Like a drunken sing-song.
And you feel a tendril of energy offer itself to you to be pulled to her. Do you take it?
No. Hey, Stacky wants to take it. Nix doesn't want to take it.
You scream. You are unsure if he's heard it or not. You feel like if he's nearby, surely he would take it. If that's what Anwei would think. You see the fire up on top of the thatch roof. A minute has passed. You start dripping into unconsciousness.
Are you on the roof?
Has Boomy woke up? Is he doing anything?
Boomy has sort of sat up in bed and noticed his doors opened. And upon a few seconds of like working out, oh, that's not right, remembers the void moon, remembers what's going on, and goes, and you know, let's freaking go. You know what's going on, and starts up the cavern toward the stairs to see what was happening. What would you be doing?
I've already when I saw I drunkenly go up the stairs, I followed along and saw that the door was open.
Okay.
And
Yep.
yeah, if he's not there,
Yep. At a minute 20, minute 25.
Have they
You
to
definitely
go.
now spot Nix on the roof.
Yeah.
He is
in
wings back,
flames?
on fire. He's deathly still. It's as if he's a statue, like he's being held in place. You feel air and wind moving, but he is not moving. He is being held.
Can I see anything holding him?
No.
Perceive anything holding him?
You can barely see the light, to be honest.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's a pinpoint of a flicker. It looks like a distant star. That's about all you can see. You have not heard his voice. You just see a pinpoint of a flicker of light on top of the roof.
Yep, I'm gonna send Iris up onto the roof.
Yep, so you send
try
Iris
and
up.
get a clear look at what's happening.
Yeah, so send Iris up to the roof toward the pin of light, yes? Is this correct?
Yeah, towards the light.
Can you please roll a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage for Iris?
Yep. That is... Sorry, Iris is minus...
5.
5.
Mm-hmm.
Your vision through Iris, are you channeling Iris?
Yeah.
You take flight, and as you start to approach, Iris readjusts in the air. The air is unnatural. It's moving around her, and she's having trouble heading towards the light, and then she just stops, and she is clasped midair by something. You feel, if you are channeling through her, the feeling of her body is stuck. She's just stuck in place. And how many hit points does Iris have?
1.
Just lost 2 birds.
1 second.
Heavy.
I'm chilling. I'm good, guys. I'm good.
I'm just whispering that
I'm
to
having
us.
a great
So
time.
good.
Having a sick time. Just,
Being prostrated.
it's me and the lads.
Iris takes 19 points of crushing damage
Mm-hmm.
and is
No.
squeezed and broken, her body impacting in on itself as her chest bones, her structure crumples under some unseen grasp
This is all my fault.
and falls down. You hear a soft, very soft thud as Iris hits the top of the thatch roof, and your vision goes dark, and you're very aware of what's just happened.
I'm just gonna scream, Iris! And, reach for the side of the
I grab.
wall, try and steady myself, find where I
You
am.
grab Tamara?
Yeah.
Okay, so you,
drunkenly.
Anwei, on hearing you scream, grabs you
Mm-hmm.
and guides you. You can let her know where you want to go, or you work this out together.
I'm furious and directionless. I'm just trying to steady myself.
You get angry,
Yeah.
your staff lights up, I'm guessing it's with you.
Yep.
Can you roll a D100 for me, please?
Yep. $49.
49. You sense a pulse through the staff, and a voice comes through into your head. That's more like it. And you have something channeling through your arms. You have about 2 seconds to aim it.
I can feel the wall, and I just go try and throw whatever energy it is that I'm feeling in my arms up towards the roofish sort of direction as best as I can tell.
You cast 4 subsequent Eldritch Blasts into an Eldritch Horror. Forms something you can't see. Unway, you see a serpent arise from Damara's arm.
I had too much wine.
This is all very blurry for you. You get to roll 4 Eldritch Blasts, all with advantage.
Oof.
Alright, here we go. 1, 2,
That's
3.
me right now.
Yeah, and I'm like just steadying you behind you.
What are me and Dad doing while this is happening?
You're breaking out through the top of the stairs now. I'll get back to you, Nix, in a minute.
Okay.
$39.
39.
Yeah. It's also a lot of repelling blasts.
Yep.
Yeah.
As you fire up, Anway, you hear 4 hits, all at the same time. You look up, Anway, as you see this serpent careen into the darkness and take over the light that was barely even there. All of these impacts seem to hit something. It lights up into kind of a humanoid figure with no legs, and there is some gaseous form underneath it. As you can see, one arm down here and the other arm on Nyx, as another creature stands behind Nyx, briefly lit up. 2 beings made of air, so to speak. One of them wholly controlling Nyx's wings, the other one up underneath its throat. Up underneath Nyx's throat. Nyx, you've now been unconscious for about 40 seconds. You're going to roll your first death saving throw.
20.
Succeed.
You in your 20s today.
Are they talking in any languages?
No. It's very quiet. There's no birds. You don't hear any trees rustling.
Considering, I would have, at Iron Trunk, been susceptible to being in the Void Moon, would I know what these are?
Yeah, roll a history check.
18.
18. You would know that, especially being out in the open, elemental planes and the positive and negative planes often shift closer to each other during the Void Moon. And beings from these different planes can move into the Prime Plane. You haven't experienced anything like this yourself.
Okay.
But you know that it could be some form of element or some, basically heebie-jeebie is how you would know it, is something has decided to attack the Prime Plane and has taken an opportunity in seeing a doorway open before it to drop in and say hi. Because there's nothing stopping anything from existing on the Prime Plane right now.
Not knowing what to do.
Yep.
Can I try to contact the mist with my mind? Like to connect to Grath or to connect to something?
You can try. What languages do you know?
I know Sylvan, I know Elvish, and I know Common.
I can say that you would not be able to speak to these creatures.
What if I did comprehend languages?
Yeah, you can try.
Okay.
So how long does comprehend languages take to cast?
Casting time, 1 action.
1 action, that's fine. You cast that. You are exiting with Boomy at this point in time. You have just had your world shaken, so you are still recoiling probably from that. But what would be your next move?
Looking for Iris.
Looking for Iris. No problems.
Uh,
Yep.
Patting her.
Hayton, you exit to see Damara being led by Anwei. Anwei currently casting a spell. There is some kind of light on top of the thatch roof. You cannot see Nyx. And Tamara is transcendentally angry.
I'm immediately going to let me just get it up. Oh, where is it? You know what I'm trying to do.
What are you trying? Are you trying to light up?
Yep, I'm going to elemental radiance. Yep,
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to illuminate my
Alright.
hair. 120-foot beam.
Hayton comes out and surveys the situation that's going ahead. She begins to light up, just sensing forward toward where you are focused. Anwei is looking into the darkness towards this pin of light. Hayton, your light illuminates 30 feet around you. It pushes past any other light that is currently around you.
Yep.
And you shoot a beam of light directly up over the roof, over the thatch roof.
Yeah.
As the beam of light shoots up, you get to, if you have your bow and arrow with you, take 2 shots with advantage.
Yep.
Do you take them?
Yes.
Yeah. So you can currently see very clearly outlined now 2 misty elemental forms with Nyx down on his knees.
Yep. Okay, so I'm going to obviously take 1 shot at either side.
Yep.
And try and hit whatever that mist is. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to try and hit it.
Yep.
What's that? Plus... Oh, no, I get advantage.
Yeah. 2 shots.
Oh,
with
God, how
advantage.
did I get that twice? 9, 7, so 6...
19.
No, it's my longbow. I'm doing with my arrow.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's changed to 9.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, 18.
Definitely hits. Can you roll the second one as well before you roll damage, please?
Yeah. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 29
29 to hit.
for the second. No. Yes, yeah.
Definitely hits.
And then I need my 8.
So was that a natural 20? Natural 20.
16. 16 and 9.
That's not 29.
What is it?
25.
25! Okay, yeah, I did the maths
That's
right.
a
It still
crit.
hits.
Still hits?
Still hits, whatever.
Okay, so roll damage for both. And just
Yep.
to be clear, the first shot was on which creature? The one on Nyx?
Yes.
And the second shot was on the one in front of Nyx
Yeah.
with its hand underneath.
Yeah.
No problems?
Okay. This is my 8. Is it 8? Yeah. So first 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11?
11?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, no. Sorry, I take that back. I had the wrong die. Let me do it again. 8, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9.
9 damage.
9 damage for
Yep.
the first one.
Yep.
And 6 damage for the second.
Okay. The one with its hand underneath Nyx's throat drops
Okay.
and seems to fade. The arrow actually passes through it and then disappears up over the roof. The one holding Nyx down stays fairly solid
Yep.
and doesn't seem to react too much to the arrow. And immediately, Nyx, you are flung up into the air. The grasp on you is released. You are unconscious, so you don't have a choice but to be basically flung up into the air.
My rest though, did I produce another arrow because of my
You have
my
not produced
rest?
another arrow yet.
I have 2
No.
wins.
Oh, but I could like shoot him.
We don't have any.
Yeah.
I can kill mines. I just gotta get to it.
Nix, you take 42 points of elemental damage and are flung into the air 30 feet. Does that take you below 0?
Well, I thought because I was unconscious, I was at 0 already.
Well, you're not at 0 hit points.
Okay, I was just
You've not been
unconscious.
dropped to 0 hit points. You're just unconscious. But you take crit damage.
Yeah, it takes
and
me to 0.
It takes you to 0?
But if I don't understand how the rules work around this now.
Yeah.
Because I've already got one. Oh, but I've got a success though, not a failure.
Yeah.
But yeah.
As your light fades, I'll get to you in a second.
Yep, sorry.
It's okay. As your light fades, you have successfully made both your hits. You seem to have taken one creature out, but you saw the other creature essentially turn into a whirlwind, and it flew up into the air, and you saw Nyx get catapulted into the air before everything turned black again.
Okay.
What I was going to say is, can I catch him if he goes to the ground?
He's directly on top of a roof, and you're on the ground in front of the
Where do you go from?
he went directly up in the air.
Okay.
So he's gone directly up from where he was,
And land on
and
the roof.
it's gone instantly dark again.
I can't see him.
It's dark
Can I
again.
cast Dancing Light?
Yeah. How long does it take you to cast Dancing Lights?
It is
I'm just going to roll this because I need to.
one action.
One action, so 6 seconds. So it's a d6 per 10 foot falling. You take another 15 points of damage, but it doesn't really matter. You are unconscious, and you have fallen back down onto, or your body has fallen back down onto the roof. You hear a heavier thud than before. You're probably not fucking caring right now. But you hear another thud on the top of the roof, and everything goes silent again. The light appears to disappear.
What's Dad doing?
He is looking for a perch to get up on top of the roof.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
get.
if-
I'll help him.
I'm gonna say, Bloomy, catapult me.
Yeah.
No.
So if you two are looking to get up on the roof, would you
Yeah.
be looking to get up on the roof?
Yeah, as soon as
I would
hear
say
it.
she'd get there quicker. And he, in his hand, quite easily with both of you, just flings you both up onto the roof. You land, you feel the cushioning of the roof underneath your feet. You find a beam that you think will probably lead to the peak of the roof and follow it up. It's still very dark, but by now the dancing lights have come up. How many lights are there?
I have. I think I have 3.
3 lights?
4. I have 4.
So Anwei scans the lights up over the roof. They, again, don't produce as much light as you think they should, but it's enough for you to see, and they stay close to you. You follow your companions with the lights.
Yeah.
I think we should just grab him and go back inside.
I will carry him and you.
As soon as we get to him,
You
I
find Nyx?
cure wounds.
Yeah,
Can
you
you
cast Cure Wounds.
can you heal the bird? I think it died.
Yes, and as I sing, because I have to sing when I cure wounds, I just in like, pink little bird, pretty little bird.
Yes.
Killed outright. If it only has 1 hit point, it takes 19 damage.
So you casting Cure Wounds on Nyx.
Uh-huh.
Nothing seems to happen.
What?
You collect his body,
Yeah, I carry him down.
you carry him down,
Are we
so you
all
grab
going?
him and you run back down again.
Mhm.
Do you look for Iris?
I do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm going to say you can fairly easily, with the 4 lights across the thatched roof, find out where Iris is.
Yep.
And you can grab Iris. You have Nyx.
Mhm.
Boomy grabs you as you come back down, and you successfully make it inside the house. Nyx is not moving.
Mama's gonna cry.
Do you have a potion?
Boomy has instantly jumped to life. He's running through his hut, pulling things apart. He's grabbing random tufts of grass and plant and ripping the stem, down the stems of ferns to get all the little leaves off of ferns,
Can I
and
assist
crushing them in his hands. You can hear his hands grating together, the stone against stone.
What about that water?
The water in
The water in, does that have any significance? The water in a...
No, if you probably bathed in it, knowing you,
Oh, okay,
and
yeah.
you would know it's probably just water. He's Boomy is making something. He's muttering under his breath, and he pulls the beak back. Stupid bird. tries to push what the salve that he's created into Nyx's
I
beak.
have small hands, I shove it.
Yep. Wait. Not much happens.
Should I be doing rolls?
What for?
Death saving?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. So I'm stable.
No, there's no breath. There's nothing.
Okay. I see.
The diamond. Will the diamond do anything? Do we have anything?
What level spells can you cast?
My spell slots are done.
Do I know any potion? No.
You're
Boomy
pretty
has a
familiar with
potion.
what's happening.
The cure wounds wouldn't even give him to
Boomy has a health potion.
He took over max hit point damage whilst unconscious, and that's death. Instant death. Boomy comes up to you, Anway, and grabs you by the shoulder. You don't really even have a choice. You can force it against if you want. He grabs the necklace and yanks it off you, and heads down toward the fire, and throws it in the fire and starts trying to make a fire. He's muttering under his breath. The gem doesn't seem to do much.
I'm gonna pray.
Okay. Who are you praying to? Who's with Nyx?
I am.
Are you touching him?
Yep.
You see two humans appear in front of you. Anyone who's touching Nyx. Both of you? You see two humans appear in front of you. They're very hard to see. They're there. And they seem to hold one another of Nyx's feathers. And gently walk with him through the door, away from you. And we're going to have to leave it there.
Bye, Felicia.
No. Don't leave it there.
You should have took my bottle!
I'm so
respect you
sweaty.
so much as an actor.
Pardon?
I respect you so much as an actor and your choices.
Or I'm just a dumb idiot.
Thanks, everyone. What a roller coaster. I feel kind of privileged to have gone through that, but holy shit, I wanted to do it right.
The sweaty face.
Well done to each of you. That was unprecedented. Jordan, thanks for bringing that one out of nowhere.
Yeah.
We gave you a lifeline. You didn't take it.
I'm so sweaty.
I'm so sweaty.
Thanks, everyone at home. Thank you for the journey. I've seen so many people watching. It's been super lovely. And we hope you've enjoyed today. We hope you enjoy the rest of our shows. We are going to be online for the rest of the year, every Sunday at 12:30 p.m. AEDT, because we are now in daylight time. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next week.
Goodbye.
Bye.